Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, pilots of big birds and little birds, all of that stuff. Did I spell the link wrong? Oh, goodness gracious, I did, didn't I? Hey, Chili, how are you? Canada, how you doing? That little shout-out was for you. I was just hanging out in Canada and stream as I was waiting for the sim to load. I was feeling snarky. How is everybody doing? Sim's just freshly loaded. We're just getting it started up here and just getting everything prepared. I'm live again, which is nice. It's good to be back after a week, and I have a treat for all of you. The latest, the greatest, Burbank by Gulf Papa Bravo 500. And there's a train right there too. Look at that. It's like I set up this shot in advance and I knew that there was a train there as I was looking over at the terminals at Burbank. It's amazing. Yeah, yes. Prepared V4 would be quite a surprise. Hey, Truckin', how you doing? Let me fix that link before everybody just tears into me. I was in a hurry, and no one is going to be able to find me. Not really. And now I can't hit the right button to do the edit. Excellent. Excellent. This is working out perfectly. Exactly how I want it for my grand return. Twitch.tv/JFalcon. There we go. Got it updated that time. Oh, Canada. You're not the first person to tell me that I need to learn how to fly a tube liner at some point. Maybe there will be somebody out there that one of these days will want to work with me on a tube liner, on how to even start a tube liner up. Because I think once I started it up, I'd probably be okay. Probably. But yeah, that's not today. Because I don't even own one. The only one I have is a Zebo. And the Zebo, I haven't updated it in a really, really long time. So, yeah, we'll have to find something fun to fly and learn in and all of that. But this is the latest version of GPB's Burbank, which is where we're starting off tonight. It's nice seeing the smaller aircraft. Truckin', I think that's kind of my thing. And there's a lot of amazing people like Chili Willies, for example, who fly some amazing liveried, big, large aircraft. But I wouldn't mind mixing it up a little bit here and there. I just have to get confident enough with the plane itself and learn its systems. So, but here's the area at Bob Hope, Burbank Airport. So we got some JetBlue over here, some Delta, and obviously there's 3-3. And so here's the cargo area with FedEx and all of that. We sort of saw this at the end of my last video, but it wasn't up to date. And Greg let me know that he had a new version. So we're just kind of looking at the new version. Got a whole bunch of cars jam-packed into parking lots over there around the FedEx areas. And then, of course, UPS is way the heck away from FedEx. That's kind of cool. Nice. Got a nice little ramp down there. I didn't know that ramp was there before, off of runway 8. And then, of course, we've got, let's see here. Down here, this is Signature Aviation right here. So this is the Signature Aviation ramp. And then right up here in the front is Millionaire. And, of course, you can tell. You make a good joke, and oh, damn it. Yeah, FFS.TV, buddy. Yeah. Yeah, I think somebody might have have something to say about that one. But yeah, there's Millionaire. That looks awesome. And of course, here's our jet sitting on the Millionaire ramp. And then Hangar 25 and all of that up this way. Looks amazing. And so one of the things that Greg told me while we were doing this stream is that this is a neat little piece. So if you ever want to know, yeah, it's good branding, man. It's not a bad idea, actually. It's not a bad idea. But so we've got the Studio Pictures vehicle, and apparently, sort of over here in this general area, just off to the side is Jay Leno's garage. So if you're ever looking for Jay Leno in his garage, that's right over there, right next to the movie studio thing. Might be on this side. I don't actually know. Maybe Greg will show up and we can ask him. But at least for now, this is Burbank, and it's a beautiful airport. Yeah, isn't that cool? Look at all the cars. It's the movie studio vehicle parking lot. It's amazing. Just chock-a-block full of all kinds of cars. So, I'm a big fan. Big fan of this airport. Beautiful, beautiful airport. And of course, we've got November 143 Victor Tango. That's our plane. Got the covers on it still and all of that. Because I am going to go get set up for our departure. So let's take a quick look at what we're planning to do. And so for that, we'll go to the large charts so that everybody gets a good look here. So we're departing out of Burbank, and we're going to be flying up the coast to NorCal, up to Monterey Regional. Hit that little download charts button because I'm going to need that. So the first segment here, this is the dotted line. And we are going to do the Van Nuys 3 departure. So when we prep this departure, we're going to take a quick look here. We're going to, excuse me, a little hiccup there. So the Van Nuys departure is a vector departure. And if we're coming off for vectors off of the north runways, we will go to Van Nuys. Right? If we're coming off of 8 or 15, then we're going to do a climbing right-hand turn to a heading, and then expect radar vectors again back to Van Nuys. So that's our departure, and all of that fun stuff. And of course, here we are sitting right at Burbank in that nice pink triangle. Love that. Nothing like a little moving maps as we try to taxi around. So if we take off on 26 or 15 or 33 or whatever, we're going to get vectors to Van Nuys. So that'll be our first point on the departure. Once we have Van Nuys, and that's VNY, then we're going to fly over here to the intersection up, and we're going to be headed for the Avenal intersection. So this is what we're going to file. We're going to file the Van Nuys 3 Avenal intersection, and then on the way. Hey, Greg, how you doing, buddy? So that's our departure, and our overall route will take us all the way up to Montgomery Regional. And once we get into Montgomery Regional, we'll plan a localizer 2.8. A localizer 2.8 approach. So that will be what we're initially looking for, and I think the weather will support that. It's pretty standard here in NorCal today, so I really expect that. So that's my plan. Hopefully you guys are all on board for that plan. I did survive my trip, and I didn't even get sick. I got to fly on both a small Airbus as well as a 757-200. So I got to do a little bit of flying. Hey, Greg, since you're here, and I was just talking about this, you were telling me that Jay Leno's garage is right next to the Studio Picture Vehicle shop. Is that this building right over here with the little spinning whatever this thing is? Is that this building here just to the south of the Studio Pictures vehicles? Yeah, you think it's one of those buildings. Okay, cool, man. That's what I thought too, but I wasn't sure if it was maybe this one back here or this one on the north side. Awesome. Well, there you go, guys. If you can find Van Nuys Airport, right? If you can find Van Nuys Airport, then feel free to drive around and pull into Jay Leno's shop here and see what happens. I make no claims that you'll actually be able to do that. I make no guarantees whatsoever. None. The Big Dog Garage. Nice. Alright, so as you can hear in the background, I've got my dog, who is apparently getting dinner. So that's kind of fun. Let's go ahead and fire this thing up, and let's get ready to jump on the network and all that fun stuff. I've got to turn that down because that was way loud. That was way too loud. There we go. Got that squared away. Awesome. All right. All right. So, power's up on the bird. Let's go ahead and connect the GPU. And we'll clear the chocks. And we'll add some fuel because apparently whoever left this left it empty. I don't know what a jerk was that left it empty last time. Trying to cause fuel emergencies wherever he goes. Alright, so there we go. We got about 600 pounds of fuel. And GPU's running. Make sure that the shades are up. It's definitely dinner time here in the Falcon household. Mrs. Falcon is feeding the pup, so having a good time with that. He'll settle down here in just a little bit. So, alright, so we got power up, and I found something neat. Yeah. Yeah. He's learned a new trick. So I found something neat that I thought I would share with you guys. So, if you're in the if you have the 750 here in the Aerobask, under Utilities, you actually have a set of checklists. And I didn't really know that this was here. I thought it might be fun just to kind of play with some checklists. Because, I don't do checklists. But, maybe I should. Alright, so, pitot covers chocks. Good. Engines are off. The system battery switch is on because without it I couldn't have power. So, that's a thing. Fuel quantity checked. Power levers to idle, and the parking brake is set. Gear handle is down. We do have 3 greens. Pitot heat is off. All the light switches are off. Flaps need to be set to takeoff. So we'll go ahead and do that. Rudder pedals adjusted. Rudder pedals aren't there. Flight controls, we'll call that good. And trims, we'll give trims a quick glance. We'll put our elevator trim down just a little bit. It's a little high right at the moment. Put that back more to center. Trims are good. Perfect. Pre-flight. GPU connected. Door closed. Let's make sure the doors are closed. Yeah. Doors closed. Oxygen. Yeah, oxygen is on. Pressure checked. Air source set to normal. Left and right gen switch is off, as we would expect. Bus tie to auto. Alright, here it is. The really excessively loud test on the annunciators. Cool. Annunciators are good. ETL switch is armed. External lights, again, not required. Gear still has 3 green. This checklist appears to be entirely redundant. Alright, so now we're at the point of obtaining clearance. Yes. The moment when you plant your 172 because you forgot the gear isn't super high. Yep. Absolutely, Chili. That has happened to me. Here's the better one. The moment when you land on your belly because you forgot your plane had retractable gear because you were flying a Cessna 172. That hasn't happened at all. That hasn't happened at all. All right, so we're going to go ahead and file our... Hey, Sim Caesar, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. All right, so we'll pause that for just a minute. We'll connect to Pilot Edge.
Connected to Reserve Kilo Delta Reback, correct.
And we're going to turn Pilot Edge down a little bit. That was real loud.
I'm sorry, who's squawking 4576?
Yeah, that is a major fail, trucking.
Squawk for November 350 Kilo Tango is 2671, sir.
Hey, we are a learning
Yeah, I got you.
learning stream. What can I say?
Contact. Let's make it 11 miles northeast of San Bernardino. And what was your request again?
All right, so let's go ahead and get this filed.
Number 200 Delta.
So our departure airport is KBUR, Burbank Bob Hope. We are going to be going to KMRY, Monterey Regional. That's our official... We are November 143 Victor Tango.
357 Charlie, about 5 miles south of the field.
EA 50, and we are slant Lima. I'm going to turn them down even just a little bit more. Wow, Pilot Edge seems to be loud today. Slant Lima.
Number 6357 Charlie, San Luis Tower, into the left base runway 2.
All right, folks. As you know, gonna need a cruising altitude from you. So would appreciate any help with that you can give me.
And I'm sorry, Mr. Aircraft type.
It's like a Chili raid in here, and Chili wasn't even streaming tonight. Okay, so the SID we're gonna fly is Van Nuys 3. Looking on how to spell that.
For the option.
Clear for the option, runway 29, or this will be a full stop.
VNY 3.
Number 40 in that case, runway 29, clear lane.
VNY 3 to AVE, or Avenal. So that's going to take us up through Van Nuys, and then up towards Gorman, and then up to Avenal.
Tower, November 170, runway Bravo, reporting midfield left downwind for runway 24.
Once we have there, Avenal, we're going to go to Victor 248. Red transition. No, that's still yeah, all the way to PBR. Anybody have a PAPS blue ribbon? It's actually PRB. And then we're going to do Victor 25 to Wiggle. Victor 25 to Wiggle. Could have been worse. You could have turned all your engines off. Yeah, that happens. that could have also lit them on fire, right? All right, so VNY Avenal, or VNY 3, Van Nuys 3, Avenal, to Victor 248 PRB. I'm just double checking. PRB, Victor 25 to Wiggle. That looks right, and we need a cruising altitude. How do they do the 750 in this plane? Is it custom programmed? I believe it is, Sim Caesar. I believe the guys from Aerobask custom built this thing. And it's very well done, but it does have a couple of things. It doesn't have the ability to do the RMP RF segments. I did not have to install the Garmin trainer. This came directly out of out of the Aerobask store. So I installed nothing.
137 Romeo Juliet.
All right, so altitudes. Let's see here. We are headed to the west. It needs to be even.
Background November 137 Romeo Juliet.
So how do we?
Like to fly IFR.
That's a great question, Shelly. That's a great question. Hang on one second. Let me find out.
Number 137 Romeo Juliet, what's your aircraft type?
Aircraft type is a
172
slant Gulf.
So this plane is
we're gonna fly
$40
6,000
US dollars, $39.95.
Direct Seal Beach to Avalon, BOR.
So how do we feel about flight level 280?
Romeo Juliet.
Maybe a little bit even higher than that?
Standby.
Let's see here. Flight level 300. Oh, can't reach that altitude according to that. So let's try 28. There we go, 280. That sounds good.
154 Lima, contact San Luis ground 1.6.
Yeah, this plane is a fantastic value. 28,000 feet is going to be our cruising altitude this
San
evening.
Luis 6357 Charlie is.
So we'll go
on
ahead
2 miles,
and click
base
that
for
button.
runway 29.
Number 6
And file that
Charlie, runway
flight
29,
plan.
Cleared to land, wind 2004.
All right, let's pick up
6357
our
Charlie, clear to land, runway 29.
clearance. Now that that's been filed, let's go ahead and pick up the clearance. So clearance is going to be on 1180. So we'll put that down here in our lower 1180 transfer. Pop ourselves
Taxi to parking via Alpha, have a reserve
over there.
shortly.
Ground is going to be on 123.9er, so we'll go ahead and program that up 123.9er. And that will be our second frequency, so we'll swap those when we get there. Tower is going to be on 1187, so we'll put this up here in our COM, 1187. So there's our tower frequency when we're ready for it, and then departure will be just right there as we get it. We're not going to have to trust the SoCal departure procedure frequency. We're just going to let them tell us exactly what that is on Pilot Edge. So let's do a craft.
Sierra Bravo. Go ahead.
The GTN for prepared was just $65 by itself. Wow,
To Monterey, negative flight
that
following.
really says good value, huh? Now the prepared GTN probably does more things than this one does, right?
Squawk 2502.
So that GTN probably does
Frequency
RNP, RF legs, and all of that fun stuff. Ours doesn't do that. Yeah, it works with all planes. Yeah, okay. Well, that's nice. So there's good value there still.
Stop as well.
Number 170 Romeo Bravo, Roger, runway 24, clear to land.
Runway 24, clear to land.
All right, so let's go back here. We're going to Monterey Regional. Is that the right name for this? I've always got to double check. Monterey Regional.
Number 137 Romeo Juliet, have your clearance ready to copy.
Oh, we're gonna have to wait for this this clearance, or not.
And number 137 Romeo Juliet, have your clearance. It will be a full route. Advise ready to copy.
He's trying again.
November 137 Romeo Juliet, ready to copy.
There it is.
November 137 Romeo.
So
Juliet,
just being patient.
To the Catalina Airport.
Just letting them get that out of the way. Then I'll call for my clearance once he's finished up. So just being a respectful citizen on the network.
Join Victor 363 to Dana, Delta Alpha November, Alpha Hotel. And then the Santa Catalina 065 radial inbound to Santa Catalina, direct.
Ooh.
Maintain 4,000, expect 7,000, 5 minutes
Trucking.
after departure. Departure frequency 135.4.
Not my thing, buddy, but if you do, fantastic. Now we wait for the readback.
All right, November 137 Romeo Juliet. If I can get another readback for that.
Oh, geez. Come on. You're killing me.
Number 7 Romeo Juliet, standby break. November 154 Sierra Lima. That is the pass for the Cat 3. Congratulations.
Hey! Woo!
Thank you, 154.
And number 137 Romeo Juliet, you're cleared to the Catalina Airport via the runway 24 departure procedure to the Prado intersection. That's Papa Romeo Alpha Delta Oscar to join Victor 363 to Dana intersection. That's Delta Alpha November Alpha Hotel. And then join the Santa Catalina 065 radial inbound.
This readback's going to take a long
direct.
time.
Maintain.
I'm just
4,000.
saying, this would be tough.
Expect 7
I would have trouble
5
with this.
minutes after departure.
So, it's going to take a little while to read this back, I think.
0.4, squawk 1752.
Okay, cleared to Catalina 6000 to Prado intersection, then Victor 363, and then to Dana, then descend down to 4000 to direct to Santa Catalina 065 degree radial, 135.4 is my frequency, and 1752 is my squawk.
And number 7 Romeo Juliet, my mistake is the runway 26 left departure procedure to the Prado intersection.
Oh, you used it sarcastically. Ah, okay. Very nice. I did not know that was a sarcastic emoticon. Thanks, Truckin. I appreciate you letting me know that.
Palm Springs ground 1170 Bravo with information Tango, rated taxi. I'm at the west end of the airport.
I'm sorry, I missed the call sign. Say again, please.
All right, we're going to get in here right now.
1170 Bravo.
Number 117 Sierra Bravo, Palm Springs ground runway 31 left, taxi via Bravo, Whiskey and Alpha.
Taxi via Bravo, Whiskey,
Taxi
Alpha.
Bravo, Whiskey Alpha, 31 left, 70 Bravo.
Burbank clearance, November 143, Victor Tango. Good evening. IFR to Monterey Regional.
Departure procedure cleared to the Catalina Airport via the runway 26 left.
Ah!
Procedure to Prado intersection. Then join Victor 363 to Dana. Then join the Santa Catalina 065 radial inbound to Santa Catalina. Direct.
Looks like I didn't quite get it in there. Yeah, rip. Exactly. I'm waiting for some kind of readback now because he was giving some kind of clearance. Burbank clearance, November 143, Victor Tango. IFR to Monterey, and good evening.
November 143 Victor Tango Burbank clearance. Your clearance is on request. Standby.
Okay, hey, we got it in. Cool, cool. See how we did here. See how we did in our flight planning. This is always the gamble and the risk, right? I do my own flight planning and all of that, and I work for that as filed. Can I get the as filed? Let's see. What do you guys think? I think this one's 60-40. He may not let me on the Van Nuys 3. But the Van Nuys 3 is such a good departure for me. Just a little vectoring on his end, and Truckin's betting, nope, I don't get the as filed.
San Luis Tower, Cessna 6357 Charlie is clear of the active on Alpha at Charlie, looking for progressive taxi to
Okay.
FBO.
I'm sorry, I was on the landline. Aircraft calling, say again.
Cessna 6357 Charlie at San Luis on the Alpha taxiway at Charlie, looking for progressive taxi to the FBO.
Number 6357 Charlie, taxi eastbound on Alpha, then it'd be a left turn into the ramp.
Anybody else got any
Eastbound on
bets?
Alpha and left turn on
Shelly, you got a bet?
Ramp,
Do I get it as
357
filed?
Charlie.
The longer this takes, the more I think that I don't get it. I'm just saying. I'm just guessing. Whew. It's going to be a good day to fly, though. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be exciting once we get out of here. VNY is a legit departure, but I am RNAV capable, and I don't believe it's an RNAV departure, SimCaesar. And they may have local procedures that put everybody on RNAV procedures if they are RNAV capable. Actually, it may be an RNAV procedure. I don't know. I'd have to go look. But that may be maybe what happens. That's happened before. I have a tendency to fly.
Victor Tango, have your clearance when you're ready to copy.
Ready to copy, 3 Victor Tango.
143 Victor Tango, clear to the Monterey Airport, Van Nuys 3 departure, Avenal transition, then as filed. Climb via the SID, except maintain 4000. Expect level 280, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 134.2, squawk 2117.
Clear to the Monterey Regional Airport, Van Nuys 3, Avenal as filed. Climb via SID, except maintain 4000, 134.2, 2117. 3 Victor Tango.
Number 3 Victor Tango, read back correct.
Palm Springs Tower 117.
Trucking, I got it!
Runway 31 left at Alpha, ready for departure.
As
Number 1
filed.
Palm Springs Tower, runway 31 left, cleared for takeoff.
Alright, so check that box. Clearance done. ATIS done.
Number 7 Romeo Juliet, we're ready for
God, that feels good. Okay, Burbank to KMRY.
Juliet, you can read back again. We're actually on the Victor Route 363.
Alright, so let's check out some weather here at Burbank.
2,400 feet, climb 6,000.
Weather is 190 at 6 knots, 10 clear, few at 7,000, 3010. So let's go ahead and set that.
And 7 Romeo Juliet, we are going to Prado intersection.
And yeah, damn right, trucking, right? All right, altimeter set. Nav and comms are set. That's fine. I'll do the departure frequency here in just a second. That's good. Engine start checklist. Battery voltage looks good. Strobe over to beacon.
I'm understanding you correctly. Did you just take off from bracket?
Throttles are idle. Battery switch start to on. Oh, somebody's going to get in trouble right here. All right, right engine selector to start.
Okay, November 7 Romeo Juliet. Bracket is a controlled field. You do not have a clearance to take off.
Oops. Oops. Yes, you did not have a clearance to take off.
November 7 Romeo Juliet. Excuse me for that. I should have communicated on 118.2.
Oops.
And remember, 137 Romeo Juliet. There's multiple things that are wrong here. You're on the ground frequency. You took off without a clearance. It's my assessment that you're unfamiliar, and so unfortunately, due to the serious nature of the deviation, I recommend trying our pilot training program. You can access it from the Pilot Center link on the Pilot Edge homepage, and I will have to file a report on it.
There we go. So engine instruments are checked. Left engine selector up to on.
November 7 Romeo Juliet. Yes, this is my first flight that I'm doing on Pilot Edge, and very unfamiliar with it. So excuse me about that. Sorry.
All right. Engine 2 coming up.
And over 7 Romeo Juliet, yeah, that's what the pilot training program is for, is to help you familiarize yourself. So just head over to the Pilot Edge homepage there and click on the Pilot Center link. You'll find all about the training program. That'll help you avoid this kind of an issue in the future.
All right. So, see, nobody gets yelled at on Pilot Edge. They just tell you nicely, go try the training. It's a meme, folks. It's not real. All right, engines check. Let's go ahead and start our gens. Left gen, right gen.
Bravo, radar contacts, altitude leaving.
All right, so
Contact.
disconnect the GPU.
At 70 Bravo.
Excellent.
3600.
All right, let's go ahead and program our
Contacting departure.
flight plan.
Bravo.
KBUR, Bob Hope.
Bravo at 3,900.
Number 117 Sierra Bravo. Palm Springs or
Of course, truckin', of course. Chili chop me the way.
Maintain.
Chili Willies, thank you very much, sir. I did not realize that was going to be a thing, and yes, I know what it is. I was like, no way! That won't be a thing. Alright, so let's load the departure. It doesn't really matter which runway we use. I'm going to expect... I'm going to view the charts here real quick. I'm going to expect an 8 departure.
With the weather,
VNY3 Avenal transition. So we're going to be going, it's just vectors to Van Nuys from there anyway. So not a big deal.
350 Kilo Tango Burbank ground runway 8.
I'm going to check my charts. Van Nuys to Ipoh, up to Twine, that looks good. From Twine,
Delta, SoCal approach, Roger.
we got a Casta, and we need to be above 8,300 feet. That's not going to be a problem. Gorman transition. There's Gorman. And Cortez Avenal. Perfect. That looks good. Once we get to Avenal, we are going to take Victor 248. And that was the wrong button. Gosh, I'm rusty. We're going to load an airway, Victor 248. And we're going to take that all the way to PRB. There it is. Once we get done with Victor 248, Paso Robles. That's PRB is Paso Robles. We'll want to make sure we know that. And then we're going to do the next waypoint, load that airway, Victor 25, and we're taking Victor 25 to Wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Sorry. That's an old meme. But there's our flight plan. Our flight plan is in and, well, almost done. Last thing we need to add is we need to add KMRY, Montgomery Regional.
Cancel flight following Squawk VFR.
Number 117 Sierra.
And we'll deal with the arrival once we get a little closer and the weather gets a little more stable. So there we go. Flight plan is all in and done. Go back to our checklist. And FMC is completed. Trip, flaps, ice protection, external lights. As required, taxi briefing, takeoff briefing is done. The external lights, we're going to flip on nav, and we're going to flip on our taxi light.
1 o'clock and 1-2 miles. Can you see it?
Parking brake is good. Brakes are off. Brake release checked. Flight instruments checked. Transponder. Let's make sure we got our transponder set. This is out of my normal flow area,
And are you
so
planning on landing there, or are you just going to overfly?
let's see, 2117 on altitude. Altitude reporting. Enter.
Yes to landing. Or
So
yes to
there we go. Departure frequency.
435 Tango. If you have the airport in sight, radar service is terminated, and contact San Luis Tower now.
134.2.
Have a good day.
We're going to climb via the SID, except for we're going to maintain 4,000. So let's go ahead and enter 4,000.
Number 350 Kilo Tango, holding short of runway 8.
1,000 feet per second.
Number 350 Kilo Tango, Burbank Tower, the wind 180 at 6, runway 8 cleared for takeoff.
Next
Runway 8 cleared
checklist.
for takeoff, November 350 Kilo Tango.
Check, check, check,
Number 46,
check.
29 Delta, let me know when you have the...
After takeoff will be next.
You can expect runway 24.
Cool. Map. Flight plan is right there, just so that we have it, and we'll be doing vectors off of the runway. And let's figure out what runway he would like us to use.
November 435 Tango, San Luis Tower. San Luis altimeter 3014. Enter the left downwind runway 29 and report midfield.
Brake checks look good. Everything is in the green.
3014, altimeter left downwind, runway 29, report midfield. San Luis Tower.
Burbank ground, November 143 Victor Tango, ready to taxi with the weather.
And traffic for once there, November 4629 Delta radar service is terminated then. And contact Palomar Tower 118.6. Have a good day.
I think I stepped on that. I didn't mean to do that.
November 143 Victor Tango, is that you calling?
Affirmative, ready to taxi with the weather. And sorry if I stepped on you through Victor Tango.
Number 143 Victor Tango, Burbank ground, runway 8, taxi via Delta.
8 via Delta through Victor Tango. All right, folks.
350 Kilo Tango, contact SoCal departure. Have a good
Let's get this show on the road.
Okay, going to SoCal departure. Thanks a lot. November 350 Kilo Tango.
Hey, Marcus. Good evening. Everybody wave to Marcus for me because he can't hear what we're saying. Make sure you tell him I'm saying really nice things about him.
SoCal departure, November 350 Kilo Tango with you at 1,800, climbing 4,000.
Don't forget to tell us where you are. That's true. I said it the first time.
Okay, up to 3,000. November 350 Kilo Tango.
I was at Millionaire.
For number 0 Kilo Tango.
I said it the first time, but yeah, that's a very good point.
Roger that.
You do need to say where you are on the ramp, so that's important. Yeah.
Skyhawk 4629 Delta.
This is a crazy good looking.
East at 6,500. Request full stop landing with Bravo.
Number 46, actually stand by. November 350 Kilo Tango, turn to right heading 360 when able direct.
This isn't a big bird, Iowa. It's pretty big to me, buddy.
Okay, right heading
How you doing?
360 and then direct slap and then
You know, if
for November 350 Kilo Tango.
if Canada can show me how to fly one, maybe I would.
Left base, or correction, right base, runway 24. And you said you had information, Bravo?
Information Bravo 4629 Delta.
Roger.
Brutal comms tonight.
Enter
Oh.
right base.
Well, I'm out of practice by a couple of weeks, so
Delta.
I'm trying to be a little better. Just a little. All right, so we're taking off of runway 8, so we're going to make a right-hand turn to heading 213, and we're going to stay on vectors until we get there. So, interesting for this this airport, this is the ILS hold short lines. ILS hold short lines way back here. So I'm actually going to ask, because I actually don't know the answer to this. I'm pretty sure that I can just go through these. So here's my guess, all right? My guess is that this is only required when ILS, when the ground, that's right. See, Greg's got it. I was just going to say, ILS ops, right. So only if we were in ILS conditions would I need to stop way back here. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate that. That was my hypothesis.
Thanks for everything. November 3-5.
But it's nice to have you guys around to help me check, because I certainly don't know everything or not. You know, Pilot Edge has been gaining a lot of new people lately. It's certainly a test for the system and for the network and everybody else. People are willing to pay. How do we make them all work together? So I wish you good luck, Mr. Marcus, sir. All right, so we're going to be holding at 4,000 feet per second. Or 4,000 altitude. Coming out of here, we're already fully configured. We're ready on our after takeoff checklist, which I need more than anything else. Because, I mean, how many times have I forgotten to put the gear up, right? So we're going to make a right-hand turn to 213 heading. All right, let's stop here. We'll flip over to tower.
November 29 Delta, the wind 2406, runway 24, clear to land.
Runway 24, clear to land, Scout 29 Delta.
Burbank Tower, November 143, Victor Tango, holding short, runway 8.
November 143, Victor Tango, Burbank Tower, runway 8, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 8, through Victor Tango. What, no winds? I didn't get any winds.
5 Tango, runway 29 are cleared to land, the wind 2004.
That's alright, I know the winds.
435 Tango, cleared to land. Thanks, dude.
Right. Dude. Alright, let's roll on out here. 8 identified. We are good to go. Roll on out. Set the brakes. Get it lined up. Power up. Set power. Power looks good. We're rolling. Airspeed's alive. My wobbly ass taxi is working perfect. $80 knots. I saw that, Greg. It was rotated about 90 degrees. And up we go. Up we go. Trim us out for a climb. And as we go here, we're going to start our right-hand turn.
And November 3, Victor Tango, contact SoCal departure, have a great flight.
Over to departure, great evening, 3 Victor Tango. Alright, let's flippity-flop that guy right there. Oh, I'm sorry about the charts. Let me go ahead and get those out of the way. SoCal departure, November 143, Victor Tango, 2,100, 4,000.
November 143, Victor Tango, SoCal departure, radar contact, maintain 13,000.
Up to 13,000, 3 Victor Tango. Yeah, sorry guys, a little rusty on the charts there. So I'm making my right-hand turn out to 213. Let's go ahead and gear up, of course. Flaps up. And let's get ourselves into heading mode. And we're starting to gain some speed. As our speed comes up to 160, we'll start going indicated climb. Looks pretty good right there. Up we go. Right on, heading Check, check. Yaw dampener is on. Throttles good. Ice protection good. 10,000 feet.
Number 3 Victor Tango, turn right, proceed direct twine, resume the departure.
Turn right, direct twine, resume the departure. 3 Victor Tango. Alright, so direct twine. We'll just plug that in right over there. Go ahead and get our all this stuff set up. So now we've got a direct twine. And so twine, so this is really important. I'm going to get rid of this for just a second. This is really important. So he just told me to resume the departure. So I'm going to bring the charts up here for just a second. At twine, right, there is, or just after twine, at Casta, there is an 8,300 at or above marker. Because he said resume the departure, I now have to comply with 8,300 or above. I still have to maintain 3,000, but I have to resume the departure.
Number 3 Victor Tango, contact SoCal, correction, contact Los Angeles Center now 125.27, upgrade flight.
12527, 3 Victor Tango. 2527. There we go.
Yeah, 1850 Los Angeles Center, Burbank, altimeter 3010.
Okay, let's get on the direct twine heading here. Los Angeles Center, November 143 Victor Tango, 9,000 for 13,000 direct twine Van Nuys 3.
Close 143 Victor Tango, SoCal depart, correction, Los Angeles Center. You said you're direct twine?
That's correct, Van Nuys 3 direct twine.
Because 3 Victor Tango, climb and maintain flight level 230.
Up to flight level 230, 3 Victor Tango. So I was just telling her the last instruction that I was given. So we can get those charts out of the way again here. But yeah, so that was pretty important. Because he's got me on the resume the departure, I've got to pay attention to that that minimum restriction. Because he basically, by saying resume that departure, he put that restriction back into effect for me. By the way, there's the lovely Burbank. We are on the way out from Burbank right now, but there's Burbank right there, just over our tail. If you ever want to do the 4 stacks visual, it's a fun approach. It comes right in over this corner and then takes a right-hand turn. Thank you very much, Greg. Arthur does look great. I am a big fan. I think this area has been rebuilt to 18. I believe. And there's Van Nuys, by the way, right there. So we just flew almost directly over top of Van Nuys. Coming up to 13,000 feet, let's do our pressurization checklist. Is good. Landing lights are off. Hey, Christine!
Holy cow, has it really been 4 months?
Wow, 4 months! Christine was my very, very first subscriber. Thank you very, very much, Christine. I appreciate it. I give you the woo. Landing lights off, taxi lights off, navs, beacons, strobes all stay on. Altimeter, we're not at 18,000 feet yet, so we'll leave that as it is. Thank you very much for 4 months, Christine. That's fantastic. It is certainly appreciated. Seriously, we had a client take off after getting a full route clearance, read back correctly, tried to fix it, went unresponsive, so we left it for a moment, tried him again, and he was airborne, still on the ground frequency. Yes, Marcus, we actually listened to that, and I think I think we actually predicted that somebody was going to get some help. And now Fishgo Blue is wooing you, Christine. But thank you guys very much for being subscribers. I really, really appreciate it. Helps me out immensely, and yeah, I can't say enough. I can't say enough. Thank you very, very much for the subs. So, for those of you who are here, if you want to use any of our audio commands, you are welcome to do so. They are subscriber only. So you will need to subscribe to the channel in order to do that, Truckin'. You're welcome to. You can use your Twitch Prime sub to get it for free if you'd like. You also get a very, very special ability to post links in the channel without Nightbot being a total, whatever to you. Get ready to cross 18,000 feet. Oh, come on. Oh, no. What happened? Where are the commands? What is going on? I don't understand. So I have... yes, censored. Oh, there you go. You're giving me a complex, Christine. All right, 18,000 feet.
There you go. Dude, do what J Falcon says.
That's it. Thank you very much. The next checklist is our cruise checklist, so once we get up into cruise, we'll go ahead and do that. So I've been gone for work. I've been traveling, and so that's been a thing. It's taken me some time to get back into the swing of things. Engine fire. There's no engine fire, fish. You cannot request an engine fire. That is a fantastic idea. Do what Joe Falcon says and subscribe. Hashtag sellout moment. Hashtag terrible streamer. No, but you do get depressurization. You can't request that either. No, we are definitely pressurizing. Everything looks good. We've got normal air and I'm not blacking out. Mr. Marcus MMC, you certainly may, sir. You certainly may. I have made it publicly known. I will say it out loud here. I have given Mr. Marcus MMC the permission to fail any part of my aircraft at any time that he so wishes while I am connected to the Pilot Edge network in order to test me. So I say it loud and clear and with no hesitation or reservations. The next engine I set on fire, I am blaming on Marcus. That's right. Yes, bird strike. Correct. Well, it really depends on how much I piss him off in terms of how quickly we die. But man, this is beautiful. It's good to be back, you guys. I hope everybody really enjoyed the stream last week. I know Thursday we did the reruns of the flights that I did with Marcus, but I hope you guys had fun on that and really enjoyed those flights. Oh.
United 1850, contact circular approach 134.2.
I am sort of expecting higher at this point. I filed flight level 280. Why don't we go ahead and
Goes to Victor Tango, contact Los Angeles Center 133.55.
13355, 3 Victor Tango. There we go. Los Angeles Center, November 143, Victor Tango, flight level 230.
Eclipse 143, Victor Tango, Los Angeles Center, climb and maintain flight level 280.
Climb and maintain 280 through Victor Tango.
That is 350 Kilo Tango, contact Los Angeles Center.
Alright, there we go.
134.65.
At least it isn't Keith where he fails your engine, your gear, your airspeed indicator, and your rudder. Well, that's a lot of stuff to fail. That plane probably should have gotten through its 100-hour, right? I'm just saying, probably should have gone through some maintenance if all that stuff is failing at once. Or either that or you just need a better mechanic. Did we have Fish doing our maintenance? Because, you know, Fish is our accountant.
That is 350 Kilo Tango, Los Angeles Center. Las Vegas altimeter 301. Disregard. You're saying it's going to 57. Disregard.
You saw Keith do that to another streamer? Was it Cat? I saw him fail Cat's gear once. Oh, Fish knows what I'm talking about. Fish is an accountant. Aren't you, Fish? You were on a union break. There you go. No, Fish does the accounting for Snack Air. Ah, okay, yeah. I know that name. I know that name. Oh, you're the CFO. Well, I apologize. So Fish, that means you have people that do that work for you then. Yeah, in FS Economy, Fish is does a lot of the financial work to help out John Fly and Snack Air. And one of these days, I'm going to get frames back. There they are. One of these days, I am going to have to figure out how FS Economy works and how to do anything with it at all. I haven't had any time to do any reading on it, so it may be very easy. But at this point, I've got my account, but I haven't figured that out. Maybe Marcus will help me out with that. Hey Marcus, if you're still here, can I Discord you about FS Economy? Help me out. I'll fly some of your airplanes. I love this community. We all work together to help each other out. Oh, looks like we're approaching our top altitude. Everything is looking golden right now. So we're coming up to cruise. Let's, yeah, engine instruments, we'll monitor those. We'll monitor our pressurization. It looks good so far. Oxygen looks good. Fuel quantity looks just fine. Sure. I appreciate that, Fish. And then we'll set cruise power here in just a minute. That's fine. So we'll... Descent and approach checklists are next, but for now, we are good. Let's go back into this. So let's see. What can we find in here? You guys were interested in the GTN. Here's a map feature of the GTN. So that's us kind of down at the bottom. You can see us going to Cortez right now. Still on the departure. but we're on our way from Gorman to Cortez, so we don't have any additional restrictions at this point. There you go. See, it's all about what we know and what we have and what we can trade and all of that fun stuff. There's some weird blue lines happening there. That's kind of interesting. But go ahead and let's zoom out on that. That may just be too close. There's a little moving map for you in the Garmin. Kind of neat. Has terrain worked into it. Cabin pressure's fine, Fish. Every time I come out of the plane, you guys yell about some emergency. You're not going to make me paranoid. I got this. One flight in the A320 and crashed. Perfect instructor. That's exactly how I want my plane to work. Oh, goodness gracious. So, I just flipped back and I saw Truckin's bird strike. And I wonder, are birds allowed to strike a Falcon flight? I'm just saying. I mean, it seems like the birds would be scared of the Falcons. You know, it's funny. There may be a lot going on in SoCal, but right now up here in Los Angeles Center, it's pretty darn quiet. Pretty darn quiet. So we are going to come back to SoCal. I told you guys that I would eventually get us back to recover from our fire. Our engine fire and fuel issues made it so that we never ever made it to John Wayne. And so today's second flight is going to be Monterey to John Wayne. We're going to try to do a relatively quick turnaround to get on our way back down to SoCal. And we're gonna do that. That's gonna be a really good time. No, they are angry birds. That's funny, Truckin'. Thank you very much. There was a bird strike at the Toronto airport, but then they were legislated back to work. Aww. That's fantastic, Christine! Oh, that was so funny. Only albatrosses. God, I can't imagine an albatross hitting this plane. Those things are freaking huge. Enormous, enormous birds. It's probably bigger than the damn intake on the engine. It probably just gets stuck, Fish. I love that joke, Christine. That was a fantastic joke. What's not to like? I mean, seriously. It's a great joke. Oh, goodness. I missed you guys. I really did. Last week was hell. And so, hanging out with everybody on Tuesday and watching the video, yeah, it's awful. Awful good. You know, it was a lot of fun, but it's nice to be back here in front of the controls, flying along, and ooh, we're doing about 240 knots. Why don't we go ahead and lock that off so that we don't burn out the engines? We'll set it at 240 knots. Turn the auto throttle on. We're gonna make some pretty good time. Oh, I was just traveling for work, Christine. Nothing special. I just was not able to be at the controls. It's a much less interesting story than I would like it to be. But because I was traveling, and I wanted to make sure that I had some content prepared for all you wonderful, fine folks, and that resulted in that little back and forth collab, group flight, cast flight with Marcus MMC, which I tell you, that may have been the most fun day of flying. I think it took us, I don't know, I think it took us 5 or 6 hours to film all of those 3 flights. And there was a lot of planning and coordination that happened in the front end that obviously we didn't capture, but we did all of those briefings, and then we briefed them again on the stream as we were getting ready to fly and all those things. Yeah, the most fun 40 minutes of all. No, it's fine. It's a good point though. As the network gets more busy, as there's lots of things going on, the world is going to feel more real. And if you're flying on Pilot Edge, you're going to have to be more flexible with your planning and your thinking and how you're going to be able to get to where you need to go. So it's a
143 Victor Tango, contact Oakland Center 127.4.
127.4. Have a great night, 3 Victor Tango.
You too.
All right, let's see who's working out in the West. Oakland Center, here we go. Oakland Center, November 143 Victor Tango, flight level 280 Van Nuys 3.
And November 143 Victor Tango, you changed this frequency and error. Go back to your last frequency.
Roger, 3 Victor Tango. Los Angeles Center, November 143 Victor Tango. Can we get that frequency for Oakland Center again?
Eclipse 143 Victor Tango, Oakland Center 127.45.
12745. 3 Victor Tango. Thank you. Good day. There we go. 12745. Got it. I really, really just wanted to talk to Marcus again. Oakland Center, November 143 Victor Tango, flight level 280.
Number 143 Victor Tango, Oakland Center, Roger, good evening.
Good evening, Victor Tango. Hey, it's Ground Point Nunner. I have heard the worst jokes from Christine. No, they're amazing jokes. They're amazing jokes, Truckin'. Hey, Canadin. Thank you for the host, sir. 7 viewers. I appreciate it. Come on over, folks. I'm Jay Falcon. I am wearing a large yellow suit. Right, Canadin? Wearing a large yellow suit made with feathers. Oh, goodness gracious. That was one of my better quips, I have to admit. They are so terribly good, Truckin'. Aww. How'd your stream go, Canadin? I saw you were doing some of the 737. Was that the Zebo that you were flying? Prove it, you need a cam shot. I don't know, Iowa. This is getting a little risque here. I don't know. I don't know. I want to actually slow us down a little bit. I don't want our engines peaking out at 100%. I don't want an engine fire to happen. So I'm going to slow us down to 235. We're doing 165 true over the, or 165 true, and 365 true, and 360 over the ground. You're feeling a bit sheepish after that last joke. I am, in fact, an actual Falcon. It's truth. 100% true. I actually am an actual Falcon. Beak and all. Really, at this point, it's, I just want to make sure that my messy desk doesn't get on the camera, really, right? All right, so here we go. We're coming up. Yes, there is a reveal in 4 months. That's true. Mr. Marcus MMC is 100% correct. Anybody who's going to Las Vegas, you will get to see me in person. Dun, dun, dun. Is that supposed to be move? Because if so, the trucking, that's hilarious. Move. All right, so we're on our way to Avenal. That's great. Once we get to Avenal, we just are going to shoot straight across to Paso La Robles and then shoot up Victor 25. What's wrong, Fish? Why the tears? I don't want anybody crying. There's no crying in airplanes and simulation. No crying in airport simulation. Yeah, it's true. I think you're all going to be terribly disappointed in 4 months. I mean, realistically speaking, I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy. There's nothing special about me. Well, I mean, there's stuff special about me, but it's not my appearance. Let's put it that way. Clearly, he's not had a flight sim crash after a 13-hour flight. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I haven't, Christine. I don't think I've ever done a 13-hour flight. After about 3 hours, I'm like, I want to get up and move around and do. How do you do a 13-hour flight? Oh, you don't get to go to Vegas. Damn sick people. Damn those sick people. Get better. You sleep. Okay. Well, I guess that's the way to do it. So you take off, you get yourself into cruise, get all the GPS stuff set up, and then go to sleep. Well, that's all right. We'll take pictures, and I'm sure that there will be pictures posted in Discord and all of that fun stuff. Speaking of Vegas, one of the things I was thinking about doing in Vegas just got a little more scary. There was just a helicopter crash in Vegas, and so doing one of the western ridge tours of the Grand Canyon, and so goodness gracious, that's scary. And there's some folks who lost their lives, which was terrible, and some folks that are injured and are recovering, and I hope they get well. But I was actually thinking about doing that. Okay. All right, fair enough. So sort of what I do with chat, right? I turn on autopilot and then I chat with you guys. Wake up an hour before top of descent. Okay. Well, that sounds crazy to me, but as long as you're having fun, hey, you get your naps in, right, Christine? Are you in Richmond, Virginia, Fish? Is that the Richmond that you are referring to? I like Richmond, Virginia. Good city. Decent food.
Sequence 3 Victor Tango, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain a 10,000, Monterey altimeter 3014.
Pilot's discretion down to 10,000, 3014, 3 Victor Tango. Alright, so we'll go ahead and write that down here, 3014, and we've got 10,000 feet pilot's discretion. That's our descent. In fact, while we're thinking about this, let me look at our arrival. Looking at the localizer runway 28 left approach. That's the plan. The localizer 28 left. And so that approach begins as an initial approach fix at wiggle with no procedure turn. And let's see here. Initial altitude is 6,100 within 1 minute of Charlie. So 6,100. So we are at 28,000 feet. We want to go down to 6,100 feet. That's a 21,900 foot drop. Multiply that by 3, and you're going to get about 66 miles. Well, I was going to fill stuff on you, but you've been looking out at the outside of the plane. You never would have known about it. No. I'm going to have to go count Girl Scout cookies. Aww. Thank you, Marcus. Here. I'm in the plane. I'm in the plane. See you, Marcus. Have a great night. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Good to see you, and I'll hope to see you on Friday. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, everything looks good so far. You know, I think it's optimistic that I would have been in the plane looking at it and would have noticed it. Alright, so I'm actually going to head ahead and start down now, because I think, yeah, we're late. We're late on our descent. So let's go ahead. We're late. I would have noticed at some point, yeah. Oakland Center, November 143, Victor Tango, descending out of 280.
3 Victor Tango, roger.
Alright, so let's get some frequencies set up. We're going to have a NorCal approach at some point in this thing, and then we're going to go over to tower at 118.4, so let's go ahead and get that set up, 118.4. Put that in. The ground frequency is 120.87. Get that entered in just so that we have that. And yeah, we're going to cross wiggle. We're going to need to drop this a little bit more. 2500. Let's go ahead and get that. Let's get this sucker down. Yeah, this is going to be... I was late. I should have calculated top of descent before this point. We got here much quicker than I was expecting. That's okay. just wasn't what I was expecting to do. So let's brief the arrival real quick. So here's the charts. So here's ILS, or the localizer, runway 28 approach from Wiggle. Wiggle is in the lower right-hand corner. No procedure turn. Immediately drop to 6,100 feet. And then follow that all the way down until we pick up the localizer at Roddy. And then from there, it's a 3.5 down towards the Monterey Airport. Missed approach procedure, climb to 3,000 feet, then a climbing right-hand turn to 5,000 feet via the 360 heading, and then inbound on the SNS Santa Linus VOR radial 264 and hold. Alright, so let's get the Santa Linus VOR 117.3 program just in case. 1173. That's the Santa Linus VOR. We got that all programmed in. Just in case. And we can, once that comes in, we'll actually see where that is. And we'll want to pick up the 264 into that if we need it. Headed for 18,000. Crossing the transition, which is 3014. So let's go ahead and get that set in. 3014. We're just in our descent now, so it's fine. We're going to cross right through that all the way down to 10,000. And we should hit 10,000 just before Wiggle. NorCal approach. I'm getting guesses 12715, but we'll see what happens. 12715. That's my guess. And can we pick up the ATIS at Montgomery? Let's see what we got.
At 3. Visibility 10. Sky clear below 12,000. Temperature 13. Dew point 1. Altimeter 3014. Visual approach runway 28 left, 28 right, in use. Departing runway 28 left, 28 right. Read back all runway assignments, and hold short instructions. All VFR departures, contact clearance delivery with your aircraft type, initial heading, and requested cruise altitude. Advise on initial contact you have Tango.
Tango!
Monterey.
Tango! We have Tango! Tango! Cha-cha-cha! Anybody feel like dancing? We have Tango. Alright, so let's zoom in here a little bit. We got 28 miles still to go before Wiggle. So we'll keep coming on down.
Ready 3879, Denver clearance, good evening. Cradle Los
Prefer the
Angeles
salsa?
Airport, Counter 4 departure, red table transition, that is filed. Climb via the SID, except maintain a 10,000, squawk 2465.
I don't. I do not drink before I stream.
Ready 3879, read back, correct?
Alright, so got about 17 miles to go. I should. Why should? What are you saying, Greg? What are you guys saying? I get quiet when I drink. I get quiet when I drink. I'm a very chill drinker. I just sit back and have a couple of drinks. It would be insane and probably never finish a flight. That's true. That's true. All right, let's get rid of these charts now that we're done with those. I'm going to shoot over the top of these mountains here in just a second. And let's go ahead and start slowing down here. Let's go 210 knots. Oh, that can get you in. That definitely can get you in trouble there, Christine. That can get you in trouble. Got to be careful about being too friendly.
Eclipse 3 Victor Tango, contact NorCal approach on 121.3.
121.3 through Victor Tango. NorCal approach, November 143 Victor Tango, level 10,000. Request the localizer runway 28 left. We have Tango.
Eclipse 3 Victor Tango, roger, expect localizer runway 28 left approach, descend and maintain 6,000.
Down to 6,000 through Victor Tango. Alright, so let's go to our flight plan and let's load the arrival. So we are doing the RNAV.
Eclipse 3 Victor Tango, flight present heading intercept the runway 28 left, localizer track inbound.
Present heading intercept the localizer track inbound through Victor Tango. So the localizer is 1107. So let's go ahead and get that in. 1107. Enter. Present heading is 306. Go into heading mode. Get our course is 278. 278. Whoops. 278.
Eclipse 3 Victor Tango is 15 miles from Rodney, maintain 6,000 until established on the localizer. Cleared localizer runway 28 left approach.
Cleared localizer 28 left approach through Victor Tango. Maintain 6,000 until established. Okay, so let's see. VOR 28 left. None, wiggle. There we go. Make this left-hand turn towards Charlie. And we haven't really picked up the localizer yet. So going down, maintaining, yes, that's right. That's right, we're going down. This is your captain speaking. I still gotta cut that clip, so don't let me forget that, you guys. Okay. We've got the localizer at this point. So let's go ahead and get us into nav mode on that. There it goes. Yeah, don't let me forget that. I definitely want to do that for you. And again, I apologize. We need to slow down here. Let's go 150 knots now that we're along the localizer. 150 knots, and we're safe. We're below 200 knots. We're safe to drop our first layer of flaps. That will help us slow down. We are established. Once we get to Charlie, then the next step down is 5,300 feet. Let's go ahead and plug that in, 5300, and 1,500 feet down. We're not going to hit it yet because we're not quite to Charlie. But once we establish Charlie, then we can hit our next step thing. It is actually a thing I said. Yes, it really, really is. For reals. Step down to 5,300 because we are established. After this, it's a 4,600. After this point right here, we're down to 4,600, so 4,600. Again, we'll just do 1,500 feet down. Yes, this is your captain speaking. For sure. And Rodney is going to be our final approach fix. So here comes Rodney right here. Stepping down to 4,600 feet. After this, it's a 3.5 degree down slope, which we could continue to step down if we wanted to, but it is a 3.5 degree down from here. Nope, this is actually the approach, Drucken. This is exactly where we're supposed to be.
Eclipse 3 Victor Tango, contact Monterey Tower 118.4.
Over to Tower 3 Victor Tango. Monterey Tower, November 143 Victor Tango, localizer 28 left.
Number 143 Victor Tango, Monterey Tower, runway 28 left, clear to land, wind 210 at 3.
28 left, clear to land, 3 Victor Tango. Okay, and once we've got Rodney, there's our airport right there. And so at this point, could use a weather update. Let's see if we can get one of those. And so let's continue down to 4,100 feet. And just put in something to get us started.
Number 350 Kilo Tango, Alpha Turkey Center, Roger. Descend to maintain 15,000, 15,000, and stand by for a local altimeter.
Slowing down again. Here we go. Yeah, brace, brace, brace. 32, 3020. So let's go ahead and get another length of flaps out. Let's get our gear out because we're inside the initial approach fix. Gear 3 green, flaps, speed's coming down. That's what we expect. So the small one on the right is 28 right.
Yankee, Oakland Center,
long one on the left is ours.
230 by the last sector, or were you planning on climbing higher?
And looking for where we want to park here
Yankee, did they clear you up
at Monterey. Really pretty approach, by the way. That's Pacific Ocean just out far. Hey, Finbar, thank you very much. That's a heck of a name, but Finbar, thank you for the
show that as your new final.
For the follow. I appreciate it. So gears out, gears down. We're configured. Autopilot is off. Going to trim nose up just a little bit as we continue our descent to the airport. Oh, taking the autopilot off, threw off my my throttle control settings. They were in a slightly different position. So that all looks good. Finbar, nice. Thumbs up to you too, buddy. Are you going to test the landing gear? Landing gear's down, 3 green. Everything looks good. This is XP11, pub. Welcome. So we're just landing here at Monterey. Pull the power back here a little bit. Trying to see the... trying to get us on a good glide slope. I'm just trimming for the glide slope. Oh, that was kind of strange. So we're a little low. Trim the nose up.
1,000.
A little low. Being a little low will help us slow down because we're a little fast as well. So bring the nose up. That'll slow us down just a little bit. Yeah, we're touch low. I mean, we're 1,000 feet over top, right? You heard the enunciation. But so far so good. We're right on the. Ooh, hey now, come on, Trim, you can do it. It's better than being too high, or too fast and too high, right? Or too high and too fast. What is it that I say again? I forget what I say. All right, a little left. Correcting to the left. Getting pushed right by the crosswind. Yep. We're going around. Too high, too fast.
500.
There it is. Going around. Alright, we're sort of leveled off at this point. 500 feet. I'm definitely a little low. But we're correcting. Speeds look good. 3 green. Got our landing clearance. There we go. Letting the nose sink again just a little bit. Yep. Little to the left. Crushing the threshold here shortly. Throttles are off.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Float, 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 and touchdown. Welcome, everybody. And let's see if we can make this left-hand turn here at...
0 Kilo Tango, contact Phoenix, approach 133.57.
Yeah, let's go over here for left for Kilo. On to Alpha. Thank you guys very much. Welcome to Monterey Airport. This is standard X-Plane 11.
Yes, sir. Contact Phoenix, approach 133.57.
So we'll roll out right here on to Alpha. And let's go ahead and let Tower know that we are...
Tango, taxi via Alpha to the ramp, this frequency, taker.
Taxi via Alpha to the ramp, and we'll see you on the way out through Victor Tango.
Remember, 1 Delta Yankee, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain 10,000 Monterey, altimeter 3014.
So let's go check out this airport. We'll do a little driving here. This is not one of Greg's. No, float should be there. Is float broken? I thought I heard it.
Okay, remember, 350 Kilo Tango, Phoenix approach, roger. Showing a ceiling of 2,300 broken. Are you looking for the ILS approach?
Let me see. Little float,
float.
Oh, it's right there.
Sure, kids Tango, Roger. Expect ILS runway 21 at first.
I think I was just jabbering. I may have actually been saying it as you played it, so. So I'm hoping somewhere there's going to be some GA parking down here. Over by the control tower. Clearly this is not for me. Those are the big birds right there. Oh, see, there's a Cessna. I can get in next to the Cessna. All right, this looks like a great little spot for us, right over here. Yay, WestJet. You like WestJet? All right, let's turn this thing around. And welcome to Monterey, everyone. So our checklist kind of went to hell. I sort of forgot about our checklist, but everything's okay. Let's go ahead and just shut the airplane down. And no, it's cool. No, nothing to be sorry about. Jen's down. No reason to be sorry. I didn't know about it. Not being Canadian at all. Alright, so we're right here at the control tower. And so this is Montgomery. So let's take a quick look. This is just, again, default, available in XP11 today, minus the ortho. The ortho is obviously mine. Hey, somebody, yeah, Shuckin', exactly. It lasted. Somebody tell John Fly we found a golf course. Somebody want to let John Fly know that we got a golf course here? Right at the end of the Monterey Airport, golf course, right there. So yeah, there's Monterey. Got the control tower here. Got some nice hangars and stuff over. Some GA parking over here on the north side. Yeah, 4. John Fly loves his golf courses. I don't know a ton about John Fly. I just getting to know him. Seems like a good guy. Great streamer. But one thing I know is he loves his golf courses. Loves his golf courses. All right, so the next leg of our trip. The next leg. We have some charts here. Next leg of our trip is Montgomery to John Wayne, where we have the amazing Golf Papa Rubble 500 scenery pack installed for John Wayne. So we're going to go see that for the first time. I am super excited about that. I have not loaded up in John Wayne. I have just trusted that everything was going to be perfect when we got there. So, yeah, I just trusted that it was going to be fine. We're looking to do the Monterey 4 departure out of here. And I think we're going to be going back to Paso Robles, if I remember correctly. Yep. So Monterey 4 departure, back to Paso Robles, and then a quick jaunt down over to Red. And then once we get on to Red, we're going to be looking to do, just downloading the charts, the OC1 arrival. And the OC1 arrival has us at or above flight level 300. So we're going to do our best to get up to flight level 300 by the time...
79 short of Lima at Bravo Sierra, ready to taxi with Bravo.
So that's our plan. We're not going to be able to do 280 knots. It's just
3879 Denver ground.
Not going to happen.
Right, taxi via Bravo Sierra Mike.
So we'll let them know that we're not going to be able to meet that speed restriction. And hopefully they'll be okay with us doing that. Now I fully expect John Wayne So let's take a look right now. Taxi over to John Wayne. So here's John Wayne. And if we say John Wayne is landing the 2 zeros, that would make the most sense. So we got 20 right and 20 left. So I fully expect out of the OC1 that we are going to take this northbound leg up and around towards Bear. Right? So we're going to make that hard left-hand turn and stay north, and then we'll have to get an approach set up. And so the approach, we could probably do the visual approach into 28. Or we could do one of the other localizer approaches. So let's see. We don't have Seal Beach is not in our list, so that's not useful. So all of those come off of Seal Beach, and we're not going to Seal Beach, so limited usefulness there. The RNAV GPS Yankee 20 right approach would be just fine if we could get ourselves out to Sager. So that's an option for us, so we'll have to think about this. Have yourself a wonderful evening, Christine.
Contact NorCal approach 121.
Thanks for coming out tonight. Check out the VOD. You can see John Wayne when we get down there. I know it's kind of been a thing, right? So, all right. So there's my flight planning. We're gonna plan for either the visual approach or the RNAV GPS Yankee approach. So, RNAV Yankee, yeah, approach, because we can't do the RMP. We don't have. And Chili Willies, if you're still here, I know you've been kind of quiet and all that. If you're still here, this is something that your plane might do.
Uniform is current at Monterey. Advise when you've got uniform. Expect a visual approach runway 28 left.
Hey, you've got somebody coming into Monterey. That's kind of cool. Welcome to whoever's coming into Monterey. We get to see somebody land. Well, that's kind of nice. So that's the plan. So I'm going to go ahead and get this.
Tango flighting 090 vectors to final.
So let's say flight level 230 or 300. Flight level 300.
You can expect vectors for left downwind due to terrain.
Let's see. We're headed to the east. It needs to be slightly off. I don't know that.
Yankee Roger, descend to maintain 7,000.
I don't know that we're going to make 3-1. We'll try it. We'll try for 31,000. Let's give it a try. You never know until you try, right? 31,000 feet. And let's say the route of flight is the Monterey 4 departure. And this is MRY4 to PRB. And then from PRB, we go to Red Hot, RDHOT, where we start the OC1 arrival. OHSEA1 arrival.
Denver Ground United 3879, just realized that we bypassed 17 right. Can we either do a U-turn here or get back on Lima and then back on Mike towards 17 right?
3879, double back on left. Make your next left turn on Zulu. Double back on Lima, and then taxi via Lima, Mike 10.
All right, Zulu, Lima 10, and or Mike 10 and Mike back to 17 right. United 3879.
All right, Monterey 4. Paso Robles, Red Hot, OC1 arrival. Let's go ahead and file this flight plan.
Epic 1 Delta Yankee fighting 010 vectors left base.
Okay. So here we go. Got that flight plan filed. So let's go to the Monterey Airport section and let's pull up Monterey information about the airport. So their clearance delivery is on 135.45. 13545. Transfer. And then ground is on 120.87.
Epic 1 Delta Yankee, advise Monterey Airport in sight, 10 o'clock and 15 miles.
So, John Wayne.
Just want to maintain 6,200.
John Wayne is where we're headed. Let's see if we can see this. Let's see if we can see this plane land here. So let's go to an external view and let's go to the runway view. Let's see what happens here. Turn ourselves around. See if I can't get you guys a shot of this landing.
Epic 1 Delta Yankee, cleared visual approach runway 28 left.
Well, there's tower view. So he's cleared to 28 left. Let's go up a little bit. We're sitting in the tower. We don't need to do that. Anybody see a plane out there? Monterey clearance, November 143 Victor Tango. IFR to John Wayne, please.
Number 143 Victor Tango, Monterey clearance, good evening. Cleared at John Wayne Airport, Monterey 4 departure, vectors to possible Robles, then is filed. Climb via the SID, departure frequency 121.3, squawk 4251.
Cleared to John Wayne, Monterey 4, Paso Robles, as filed. Climb via the SID, 121.3 and squawk 4251, 3 Victor Tango.
Eclipse 3 Victor Tango, read back correct.
There we go. You're about 10 miles out.
Epic 1 Delta Yankee, contact Monterey Tower.
Bubba!
1.4.
Come on, Bubba. We're watching for you.
Denver Tower, United 3879, short of 17.
Come on, man.
And ready for departure.
United 3879 Denver Tower, wind to 160 at 13, runway 17 right, cleared for.
I just get my clearance while we're waiting.
United 3879.
So climb via the SID.
Kilo Tango, turn left heading 030.
Looking for a top altitude. Top altitude is 7,000 feet. So we're going to make sure that we do that.
Delta Yankee, Monterey Tower, wind calm, runway 28 left, clear to wind.
Climb heading 278 until leaving 11,000. And then right turn to 329. Cool. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. All right, so we'll jump back into that here in just a second. So 7,000 feet is my cap, and a heading, initial heading of 278. Jump back to that. I don't see a plane yet. Looking for those blinking lights coming over the hill. Come on, Bubba. You can make it. What are you flying, Bubba? What are you flying? I don't actually know. I wasn't paying close enough attention. All right, so there's that. Pretty simple. I expect him to give us just a couple of quick parallel legs and then a direct passerelle blaze is what I'm expecting.
Tango descended, maintain 1,300.
All right, so Monterey 4 departure is good. Let's look at our departure frequency. Departure frequency is good there. We'll do the flippity flop here with tower. Before I do that, we're going to set 4, 2, 5, 1. Keep looking. Oh, you're flying the E1000. Very nice. Big fan of the E1000.
Guided 3879, contact departure.
Okay, cool.
Departure United 3879.
Need the ground and tower frequencies. So tower is 1-1.
United 3879, 7,300, climbing 1,000.
Headed 3879, Denver departure radar contact, climb and maintain, flight level 210.
Flight level 210, United 38.
12187. All right. So let's get fuel on board. Ah, I lost my camera set point. All right, let's get fuel on board. And kick some of these. I was going to kick some of those people off. That's fine. There he is. There he is, right there. That's Bubba, folks. Nice looking approach there, Bubba. Looking good. Nice and smooth. Very nice. And looks like he's going to make the left turn at Kappa 2. There you go. Oh, that's fantastic, Bubba. That's fantastic. All right, let's go ahead and get the left engine on. Or the right engine on, I should say.
Epic 1 Delta Yankee, taxi via Alpha to the ramp, this frequency, take care.
Alpha to the ramp, this frequency 1 Delta Yankee.
Landing lights coming on.
United United 3879, contact Denver Center 133.67 for hire.
Gen's coming on. Oxygen looks good. Source is good. Yeah, looking awesome. 7,000 feet, 1,000 feet per minute. There comes the.
Denver Center, Roger. Climb and maintain flight level 360.
There goes that Epic right there, right behind all the fuel trucks. There he is, right there. Very nice landing there, Bubba. Very nice landing. We're headed to John Wayne next. If you want to join me, you're more than welcome.
Flight at 0 Kilo Tango, 5 miles from final. Turn left heading 240. Maintain a 1,300 until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS runway 21 approach.
That's a nice choice of the livery, too. That's my favorite livery of the Epic. Monterey ground, November 143, Victor Tango, ready to taxi at the control tower with Tango.
Number 143 Victor Tango, I believe you were calling ready to taxi.
Affirmative, 3 Victor Tango.
3 Victor Tango, runway 28 left, taxi via Alpha.
28 left via Alpha, 3 Victor Tango. Alright. Rock and roll. That's fine, Bubba. Absolutely. That was a very nice landing, sir. Very nice landing. I was actually getting a really good run up here too. So this plane doesn't usually do 360. So. All right, so we're gonna do a 150 knot climb on out of here because I want to make sure we're gaining altitude, more altitude than forward airspeed. So headed down Alpha to 28 left. And so we're going to head out of here 278 until we get to 278 until we get to 1,100 feet. Once we get to 1,100 feet, we make a right-hand turn to 329er. That's the Monterey 4, and then it's just vectors. Vectors from there. We got to climb via SID, which means we're going to maintain a top altitude of 7,000 feet until we get clearance to something higher.
Hotel, Mike Lima, Charlie, request radio check.
Victor Hotel, Mike Lima, Charlie, Oakland ground, loud and clear.
Mike Lima, Charlie, wonderful, thanks very much.
So yeah, I definitely need to get some pedals.
Contact Flagstaff Tower.
Definitely need to get some pedals.
Flagstaff Tower, November 350 Kilo Tango with you on the ILS 21 approach.
Number 350 correction, November 350 Kilo Tango, Flagstaff Tower, wind column, runway 21, clear to land.
Runway 21, clear to land, November 350 Kilo Tango.
So I forgot to put my flight plan in. That may be a thing. Hey, Chili Willies, thank you for the host, sir. Welcome. Welcome back. You were here a little earlier. It was nice to have you. Nice to have you come back. Gonna add a waypoint, red RD hot. And then we're gonna add KSNA. John Wayne. Pull up here. Do not get the CH Pro pedals. You're welcome. So the ones I was actually thinking about are the ones that go with the Thrustmaster. And the Thrustmaster is the Thrustmaster TM1600 is what I have here. So I was thinking about those guys. All right. So John Wayne, load and arrival. Let's do. The RNAV, what did we say we were going to do? The RNAV Yankee, I think is what we said. RNAV Yankee, runway 20 right. RNAV 20 right, Yankee, OC1 from Red Hot. None. There we go. That looks good. Awesome. Okay, flight plan's in. Let's go ahead and pop over to Tower. Monterey Tower, November 143, Victor Tango, holding short, 28 left, ready to go.
Number 143, Victor Tango, Monterey Tower, wind column, runway 28 left, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, 28 left. Anything would be better than those. Okay. Do you know anything about the TM 1600s rudder pedals? The ones that come from Thrustmaster? I assume that they would be pretty good. Thrustmaster usually does pretty darn good stuff. All right. Strobe beacons on, nav on, landing lights on as we take the runway. Pull on out here onto 28 left. And we got ourselves into heading mode for 278. That's our bug. Until we reach 11,000. Just checking trim. Trim looks pretty good. Go ahead and line it up. Power up. Power set. On the roll for 28 left. Airspeed's live. $80 knots. We'd cross-check if we could.
Flight 0 Kilo Tango, exit right when able, taxi via Alpha to the ramp, this frequency.
Exit when able, taxi to the ramp, remain this frequency, November 350 Kilo Tango.
Okay, we're up. 297. We're climbing, gear up. Trimming nose down just a little bit. Heading is going to be 329er once.
Tango, contact NorCal departure.
Over to NorCal departure, 3 Victor Tango. Okay. Alright, now we can make our right-hand turn. And this is going to be 329er. Let's go ahead and get that all set. And get into our climb. Okay. Alright, look, everything looks good. NorCal departure, November 143, Victor Tango, 2,500 for 7,000.
Number 143, Victor Tango, NorCal departure, roger. Radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 190. Sign transponder code should be 5241. Check that when you get a chance. 5241.
5241 and climb maintain 190,000 through Victor Tango.
3 Victor Tango, climb and maintain flight level 190.
Flight level 190 through Victor Tango. Yep. Oops. That's silly of me. Alright, so climbing out. Heading of 329er. Getting everything confused in my
Victor Tango, turn right heading 090.
Right, 090 through Victor Tango. Okay, climbing up. You have the Thrustmaster T-Flight rudder pedals, not the top of the line, but work good for you. Are those the same as the... Is that what they call the ones that come with the T16000M, Iowa? You've made it your job to spread the word about the CH Pro pedals. Okay. I will say that someone I trust told me never to go anywhere near them. So on the T1600M, on the throttle quadrant, there is an axis that acts like a...
Eclipse 3 Victor Tango, proceed right to Paso Robles VOR, resume on navigation.
Direct Paso Robles on nav through Victor Tango. So I'm going to start my turn. And then I'll go into nav mode once I get pointed sort of in that general directions. Hey, Chili, welcome back, buddy. So I'm going to redo the direct to again, and then I can go into nav mode. So now I'm all set up. By doing that a second time, it gets me set up from the actual position where the plane has finished the turn. And yeah, we're climbing out 150 knots. Let's make sure the flaps are up. Haven't reached. Probably should have done that a little sooner. Probably should have done that a little sooner. MFGs. T-Mux, if you could stream, then you couldn't hang out with me while you were streaming. Welcome. Welcome. Nice to have you here. Hope you're having fun. Hope everybody's having a good time. I am so excited to be back. So we're just on a vectored departure at this point. Got our direct Paso Robles. And we're trying to get up to 310, flight level 310. Don't know if we'll make it. We're going to try. Gonna try. And we're going to shoot the OC1 arrival. So this is going to happen really fast, folks. So let's go start briefing the OC1 arrival. Excuse me.
Eclipse 3 Victor Tango, contact Oakland Center 127.45 for hire.
12745, 3 Victor Tango. Oakland Center, November 143 Victor Tango, 11,000 for 19,000.
November 143 Victor Tango, Oakland Center, roger. Climb and maintain flight level 310.
Climb and maintain 310, 3 Victor Tango. Alright. So, got our final climb. We're going to try to climb all the way up there. Hopefully we'll be able to maintain this climb all the way up. I've got the engines basically pegged at 99%, so we're getting as much climb as we could get. Chili, I don't know what MFGs are, so you're going to have to share that with me. Maybe you can give me throw a link in chat or something, Chili? Just to help a brother out. I don't actually know what those are.
70 Bravo, stay position, please.
Invalid cert.
At 70 Bravo, stay your position, please. You're actually talking to Oakland Center right now on 2745. I'm sorry, correction. You're actually, let me see what frequency I've got you on here. 70 Bravo, got you on 2715 for NorCal. Stay position, please. Can you give me a position relative to a major VOR?
Oh man, I got nothing, man. Nothing happening. Product page dead. Could not find the requested product. I think you need to check your link there, Chili Willies. Or I'm gonna have to look at it at some other point. You know, you would think that everything would be HTTPS, but that product website doesn't even exist. The second link is my Discord link. I think I'm good with that. Let me try that one. All right, there it is. There it is. Oh man.
Okay, 70 Bravo Squawk 3167, and ident when you get a chance to.
Oh man. Holy crap. This is serious, like this is serious stuff. What the hell? Those are crazy, Chili. That's crazy. So it looks like we're going to make 310 before we get to Paso Robles. So that's awesome. I must have...
70 Bravo, verify transponder code 3167, 3167.
I must have missed it. But those are crazy looking. All of that machined metal and stuff. I bet, are they...
Verify assigned a transponder code 3167.
3167. Come on, folks. You can help.
Bravo 3167. 3167.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Goodness gracious. I definitely mixed up the codes. Like, I mixed up the numbers on mine, but come on now. Come on now. So, we're on our way out to John Wayne. Let's go ahead and look at the scenery. Because, man, look at that. That's pretty.
We're 7 Sierra Bravo's radar contact 5 miles southeast of Salinas VOR. Just be advised for future reference, when you're checking in with approach control, it's best to give us your position relative to a major point, whether it's an airport or a VOR, and it should be the direction from it, not just we're from the VOR. We need a direction, a cardinal direction from it, so we know where to look for you. And an altitude would be at least the most appropriate thing to check in with.
So a cardinal direction is north, south, east, and west. That's what ground point 9 means by cardinal direction.
Roger. Monterey altimeter is,
in case anybody's wondering.
016, information uniform is current. Advise when you have that. Expect runway 28 left or 28 right. Advise when you have the airport in sight.
Eventually you'll invest in those. So how much do these things cost? I'm just curious. Ooh, wow. Those are pricey. I'm going to need a sugar daddy to help me out with those. I'll take applications via Discord. Yeah, applications via Discord. There you go, folks. Oh, goodness gracious. So good to be back. So happy to be here. This is beautiful Northern California scenery. All those farms and fields down there. Love the mountains. Such cool terrain. You have some pedals for sale. So, Greg, I've heard a rumor that I should avoid those kind of pedals from someone. I don't know where I heard it from, but I should avoid those pedals. Maybe you should have made your sales pitch first. Make the sales pitch first and then tell people not to buy them. It's like marketing. I'm good at it. I'm not good at it. I'm terrible at marketing. Terrible at marketing. I'm the worst. So I think we're going to make it to flight level 310. That should give us a descend via the SID, I hope. And so we're gonna have to fly this SID. We don't have an FMC, so I don't have any vertical navigation. So I'm gonna have to fly this thing myself all the way down to each of these at or above flight levels, all the way down to Tandy at 14,300, or between 14 and 13,000. So obviously, anytime I have an opportunity to go lower, I will, because that will make my life easier. But I'm going to have to fly this whole thing myself. And then I'm going to have to get... I can't do the RNAV RMP Zulu approach. So, yeah, we got a couple of checks here that we need to pay attention to. We'll get the Guna without any problem.
7 Sierra Bravo, roger. Enter right base for runway 28 left or 28 right. Contact Monterey Tower on 118.4.
So really, if we say that we want to be at Tandy, so let's look at this real quick. want to be at Tandy at 14,000. So Tandy between 14,000 and 13,000. If we do the math, right, we should be able to figure out what our top of descent is from that approach. Right, so if I was to add up all of these numbers all the way up to Guna, right, all these distances, that would give me that calculation. Now, that would actually tell me where I actually needed to start my descent by, because all the rest of these I just need to be above certain numbers, so I just can't go below them.
Number 117 Sierra Bravo Monterey Tower, roger. Do you prefer runway 28 left or 28 right tonight?
So, but I'll probably just step
Bravo, roger.
step
right
down.
Runway 28 left, runway 28 left, clear to land. Wind calm.
So once I get to Gudby, I'll probably just step down to flight level 280 if they let me, assuming that they let me. So what we're hoping for is a, climb or descend via SID is what we're sort of aiming for. And we're going to spend about 4 seconds in cruise. Just using all this fuel to climb way up here. It's a beautiful view, though, here in Southern California today. Nice shot of the nice dark contrails coming off the engine there, and a nice look back at the ocean. Beautiful, beautiful view. So we're just continuing our climb up to flight level 310, and then once we get there, we'll start the approach. And I'm just ready at this point. So I've gotten all my pieces and all of that put together, and I'm gonna hope that I can get a visual approach into John Wayne. And once we get the visual approach into John Wayne, we're going to try to take off and park on the east side. So that's the plan.
Star 7 Sierra Bravo, say intentions.
I did fly into K-Jack, and it looked much, much better. I didn't notice it being off. I meant to.
7 Sierra Bravo taxi via Alpha to parking this frequency. Good day.
I flew up there with the intention of checking it out, and when I landed, everything looked great. So, yeah, I kind of checked it out, but I would not say that I did a thorough job, but I noticed it, and it felt good. It did not feel disturbing. Yeah, exactly, right? Mission accomplished. If you didn't notice that there was a problem, it probably was just fine. Did not seem to be a big patch of brown. No, everything seemed fine. Seemed fine. I will load it up again here in the next few days, and I'll give it a try tomorrow and just double check it with more detail, Greg. but everything looked really, really sharp. Looked really, really good. So I didn't have any particular problems with that. I think it might have upset you more than it upset me, even when it was brown. Because you jumped right on that thing, man. But I did grab it. I did download it. I threw it in, and then I did a quick flight from Denver to Jackson Hole, or not Denver, Centennial to Jackson Hole, and yeah, it looked okay. Looked just fine. I'm sort of used to tiles being just a little off and all of that, right? I mean, it's one of the things you accept with ortho. Like 90% of it.
Contact LA Center 133.55. Good night.
3355. Have a great night. Through Rich Tango. Yeah, a little not dead grass and a patch of lush green. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Especially in Jackson Hole, that's nice and beautiful and lush, right? Los Angeles Center, November 143 Victor Tango, flight level 300 for climbing 310.
Defense 143 Victor Tango, Los Angeles Center, thank you. Descend via the Ocean 1 arrival.
Descend via the OC1 arrival, Victor Tango. There we go, we got our descent via. Wonder what happened, no Goldsy tonight, I guess. Maybe he's working ground or something, who knows. Maybe we'll see him as we get into John Wayne. Kind of hoping to say hi to our buddy Goldsy. Not your version. There you go. I like your standards, man. I like your standards. In Los Angeles Center, November 143 Victor Tango. Can we request a delete of the speed restriction at Yorbs? We're going to be unable to do 280 knots.
Because 143 Victor Tango, delete speed restrictions.
Delete speed restrictions for Victor Tango. So there you go. That's how you request a change. So we're still going to descend, but we've got a deleted speed restriction, which is nice for us. We're just not going to have 280 knots in this plane, no matter what I do to it. I would have to be in a mega dive to pull 280 knots out of this plane at this point. It's just not going to happen. We're doing 0.45 Mach right now, and that's good. We're gaining a little bit, but yeah, I just don't see us getting even to 200 knots. It would surprise me immensely if we even got to 200 knots. You're welcome, Greg. You're welcome, for sure. Alright, so Red Hot to Elbeck to Guna. Once we get to Guna, then Goodby. So Guna, Goodby, Yorbs, Packif. or Pacific, I guess. Pacific, Crayon, Slip, Tandy, Pacific, Slip, Tandy, O'Shea. Yeah, and we're going to give her another unable on the RNAV RMP, and so we're going to ask her for vectors to a visual. So that's my plan. Vectors to a final approach course is what I'm going to be looking for. So hopefully that will all work out. But we'll go ahead and start down all the way. Oh, nice. We are gaining some speed, 185 knots. Why don't we go ahead and lock that in? Go ahead and lock in the 185 knots. No reason to really fight it 100%. Maybe we can get 200 out of it. Let's see. You get 200 out of her? Let's see if we can get 200 knots out of her. We got a bit of a headwind now, so that's obviously affecting our true airspeed, as well as our ground speed. So we're doing about 300 knots true. Or on the way up here, we were getting about 360 knots true. So, yeah, that's not going to happen. That's bad news right there. Bad news. We don't want the engines pushing so hard that they light themselves on fire again. Keep it out of the red. So, let's make sure we're actually set correctly for the altitude that we're at and all of those fun things. In real life, these engines are FADEC'd. I believe that is true as well. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like they've got that in here based on the fact that they can go all the way to 100%, and then will light themselves on fire, as we have seen in the past. So, while I would like to keep pushing to get us as much speed as possible, it's just not worth it.
96575, so Carol approach, verify squawking altitude, please.
And honestly, it's not a huge thing, right? It's really not.
96575, so it's the mode of your transponder. I need you to switch it from standby to mode C, or altitude mode. Baron 21 Charlie, contact point McGee approach 124.7.
Yeah, and
4.7 Baron 21 Charlie.
And I have done enough of my own. I've had enough of my engine fire. But now that I know, there is actually an engine fire checklist. Ha. That's right. There is an engine fire checklist. And so
Baron 3721 Charlie point McGee approach, point McGee altimeter 3014.
Yeah, you can actually go through the checklist for an engine fire.
Are you, or what flight simulator platform are you using?
So if you go into the checklist and you go into the emergency procedures checklist, you can go to the checklist.
So do you know if it's prepared
for engine fire in flight?
Flight simulator or X-plane?
Well, that's a question I haven't heard before. What simulator are you in? And somebody can't answer that question. Yikes. Yeah, it's really neat. I just found it in here, but it's a nice little feature of the plane. Told you it's prepared, not P3D. That's right, Chili. Prepared version 4. Take that.
575. So for prepared and Microsoft flight simulators, I'm not sure if it's a bug or what, but sometimes the transponder doesn't always work in the sim. So you have to go to the actual Pilot Edge client. Click. Just received your mode C ident for me.
There you go.
Yes, ident for me, please, and say your altitude.
There we go. Somebody figured out how to do it. So yeah, there is apparently a bug with Prepared and Pilot Edge, Shelly, if you're not...
I just lost your squawk code. Verify squawking 2051.
Yeah, just keep an eye on that. Apparently they are working on a new client. That's the rumor, that there's a new client being worked on for that will help some of this stuff. But who knows, right? Who knows? Alright, so we have just reached red hot.
96575, not receiving the ident. I'm not sure how you got your mode C on, but I'm not. If the method you're using is not working, you can try going to the Pilot Edge client, go to Start menu, hover over transponder, and click ident from the menu.
Okay, so we are now officially on the arrival. So we're on the star. We've been given our descend via the star, and we've been given our delete speed restrictions. So we're good all the way down, and we'll be able to descend all the way down to about 5,000 feet at Kevlar without having anyone talk to us. So yeah, it's kind of neat. My immersion right now. Nice, Charlie. Nice, buddy. Nice. So the biggest thing here is I'm just getting prepped, right? I'm just making sure that every little step. I've got my charts right here next to me. They're all squared up. I'm zoomed in so I can see what I'm doing. Well, they're mostly zoomed in, so I can see what I'm doing. And I am just getting ready that I can take that first step down to flight level 300, which is only 1,000 feet. So it's not going to take me very long to get there.
Say your present heading and distance from Van Nuys viewer.
But I technically don't even have to step down right there. I could step down and really calculate this out if I wanted to, and calculate my actual top of descent based on crossing Tandy at 13,000, right? Because all the rest of these are above. So as long as I don't drop below them in order to get down to Tandy at 13,000. So if I plan 13,000, if I'm a little high, I still get 14,000. But all of these, I can stay as high as I wanted to, as long as I can descend to 13,000. So, if we do a calculation real quick, right? We're at 31,000. If we needed to go down to 13, right? That's 18 times 3, 54 miles. So, if we look back from Tandy, and we said, right, if we say 10 miles, 21 miles, 30 miles, 45 miles. So, I mean, we're basically going to have to come all the way down anyway. But yeah, that's the idea, right? So, in theory, I can actually not start my descent until a little bit later, but the distance happens to work out. This isn't always the case in every star you fly, but in this particular case, they walk you down pretty clearly. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty handy. But we're not using it. So we're just going to step down. I don't want to do math tonight. It's been a long night, long week, all that fun stuff. And I'm just going to step down as I get close to Guna, or even as I get to Guna on the way to Gubby.
484 Los Angeles, correction, Las Vegas departure, radar contact.
Right. So I'll probably just wait all the way until I get to Guna, and then step down to Gubby at 280. So that's my plan, and it's just important that I have a plan, really, right? As long as you have a plan, you're in good shape. $31,000 feet, 200. Plans equal good. Fortunately, we're back in the clouds, so we lose some of our ortho until we start to drop a little bit. But let's check our fuel. Our fuel is good. We're burning about 64 gallons an hour, but we have 125 gallons left. So bus pressures, our buses all look good. Amps look good. Volts look good. Everything is in the green. Just continue to monitor all of those fun things. Wish I could get the speed up just a little bit more, but that's, hey, what you gonna do? That's what we got. Engines can't give us any more. Giving it all you got, Captain. That's my terrible Scotty impression. Unless it's a bad plan. Unless it's one of my plans, right, Greg? Unless it's one of my plans. And so what I'm going to try to do on the way down here is I'm going to try to modulate my descent rate to make sure that I don't ever have to actually stop the stop our descent, right? I don't want to stop our descent each and every time. So I'm going to try to modulate our descent rate so that we continue to just nice coast all the way down and set ourselves up for a nice approach into Tandy. Like that's the trick, right? So that's my goal. And I wonder, let's see here, if we can get waypoint info. Nope, that's VO intersection. Let's plug in Tandy. So let's plug in Tandy. Oh, look at this. So we're right now.
281, so got departure radar contact. Climb maintain 5,000.
Let's get rid of this for a second. So if I remember correctly, I said it was 54 miles.
Cherokee, not a Foxtrot Lima,
right? 31 minus 13. 13 times 3 is 54 miles. So here's what I'm going to do.
Baron 21 Charlie, Burbank Airport, search your 12 o'clock on
I just changed my mind. I'm going to shoot this descent to hit Tandy at 13,000 feet.
181, turn right heading 010, join Victor 8.
So, I can tell, because of this wonderful, wonderful thing, that we are 100 miles from Tandy right now. We need 55 miles to get down to Tandy. So I am going to stay at flight level 310 until Tandy is 55 or 60 miles away.
Turkey 56
And then I'm going to start my 1,500 foot descent. So that's what I'm going to do.
Go 484, contact Los Angeles Center 134.65.
Was that for me, guys? I don't remember. She'll say it again. If I missed it, she'll say it again. But yeah.
Turkey notified John Lima, you're on
Yeah.
radar services and two-way radar communication with ATC. So that is all the authorization you need to transition Delta or Charlie airspace unless you're told to remain outside of the airspace.
So there we go. We're looking for that at that right there. So this is handy.
Charlie, it's like Burbank Tower 118.7 and the airport's now your 12.
That's handy. No math for me. No math ever again. I'll take it.
Airmass Go 48 for Los Angeles Center, climb and maintain flight level 230.
Thank you, Nightbot. Thank you, Nightbot. Appreciate that. Yes, we do stream Tuesdays and Thursdays, starting between 8 and 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. A train of people with less of an idea got on. Man, you know what? The network traffic has been ticking up the whole time. It actually seems pretty quiet tonight. If you go to the Pilot Edge map, you can see how many people are on, but it seems pretty quiet overall tonight. That's pretty small. I keep bringing that up so I can see it again. But yeah, I mean, you're gonna get. I mean, it's a learning network, so I mean, you're gonna get some of that. And so you know, there's definitely some trickiness with prepared and the client that happens on a pretty regular basis. A lot of people don't understand the ident thing, so that gets sorted out pretty regularly. It's like every person who flies prepared almost needs to have that at least once when they get told the ident. Oh, you mean I have to do it through the client? I can't just hit the ident button on the thing?
Air 575, turn right heading 050, join the runway 8 localizer.
We're not going to SAN. We're going to SNA. We're going to John Wayne.
And just confirm 050.
We're not going to San Diego. We're going to John Wayne. I don't know. Did I have that wrong?
Airmass Go 484, contact Los Angeles Center 133.55.
I thought I had it right. Type in my flight plan. I'm looking at my flight plan right now. It says SNA. Oh, oops. I didn't understand.
Alice Center, good evening. I'm 044, level 230.
Airmass Go 480 for Los Angeles Center, climb and maintain flight level 280.
Must have.
280, 044.
Night. Oh, is it just Nightbot that's being weird? Thanks, Chili. I appreciate that, buddy. Thanks for helping out. I mean it. It's at John Wayne. I already said. Get to John Wayne, aka also Vegas. Might also be Vegas. They have pizza in Vegas, right? $72 miles, and we're still just hanging out. Just so we're on our way to Guna still, right? We got about 9 miles to go to Guna. So we haven't even started hitting the flight restrictions yet, but it's a thing. Yes, besides corn syrup and burgers. Right. Check. That's good. That's good. Actually, I bet there's probably some like really crazy good pizza place. All right. So we're still at flight level 100. Oh, 310, I should say.
Sky 575, you are half a mile from Silex, cross Silex at 4000, cleared ILS, runway 8 approach.
And so I'll give her a call as soon as we start to descend here. We're coming up on 60 miles. So we're going to set...
Cherokee 9 Foxtrot Lima,
Let's set
Riverside
280.
Airport, slightly right here, 12 o'clock batch or 12:30, I guess, then 14 miles report in sight.
We'll set 280 just to make sure that we don't go too far too fast. So 1,500 feet per minute down. We'll set that. Got our auto throttle set on 190. And yeah, now we're crossing Goodby, so we're technically in the restricted area. We have to be above flight level 300 at that spot, so we're good there. So Goodby is flight level 280. And just waiting to get 55 miles or so, and then we'll start our descent. And we'll give her a call just as part of the reporting point. It's not very busy. If it was super busy, I probably wouldn't say anything. But since it is busy, or it's very not busy right now, I'll let her know that we're descending out of flight level 310. So coming up on 58 miles. This isn't direct. This is a little bit of a lefty-righty turn, so we don't have to be right on 55 miles. We're going to fly a little bit of a further distance than that. This is direct. So if we were to go direct to the fix, that would be it. So that's probably good. Yeah, let's go ahead and hit that button. Go back to map mode at this point. And we'll close that down. Los Angeles Center, November 143, Victor Tango, descending out of flight level 310 on the OC1.
Sky 75, correction, Sky 575, contact by Tower 118.7. Cherokee 9 Foxtrot Lima, leaving March Charlie airspace in
So I can.
miles. Radar services terminated. Squawk V5.
We're already on the way to
Tower
Yorbs,
121.0.
so we'll set this at 250 already. 2500.
And our 143 Victor Tango, say again.
We're just Los Angeles Center 3 Victor Tango. We're just reporting we've begun our descent on the OC1.
Number 3 Victor Tango, thank you.
Okay. So there we go.
Mexico 484, descend via Angel 2 arrival.
So started our descent.
United 3879, Los Angeles Center, good evening.
1,500 feet per minute. Yorbs is the next one. Once we cross Yorbs, we can go down to 210. Any idea why my caps lock light on my keyboard goes in and out as it ran? Huh? No. Sticky key or a bad key or a bad cap, or something up with the USB. Maybe try rebooting the computer, but I know you do that more than most. So I don't. Not off the top of my head. Most of the time when that stuff happens, it's software problems. Most of the time. Okay, so once you get past Yorbs.
Take a short break.
Mexico 484, roger, report when you're back, please.
So we'll hit 210, and we'll see that that's
181, contact SoCal approach.
already past PACIF.
And just confirm the instruction was to join Victor 8. You should be...
CH Pro Keyboard, yes. Hey, Greg, are you a little salty? Just a little salty, Greg?
Skag 101, turn right, direct Paradise.
Just had some Chex Mix. Oh, goodness gracious. Alright, so PACIF at 210 and then 17 at Crayon after that. 17 at Crayon. I may have to step up my... So there's Tandy right there. And so if I put in 14,000, we can see... Yeah, I'm going to make that easy. I'm gonna make this no problem at all. You'd say you were dry. Yeah, I'm sure you are. So PACIF, we're gonna go back to 210 for the moment, just to make sure that we don't blow our PACIF restriction. I don't think that that's gonna happen. We've got a good descent profile going on here. Looks really, really good. We should hit down. Just 5 or 6 miles before Tandy at 13,000 is my guess. And then once I make the turn over to enter the pattern, we'll go down to our pattern speeds. In fact, we can probably even pick up the speed at this point. Let's pop this up to 210 knots.
Mexico 484 is back on frequency.
Thank you. Skag 12189, SoCal approach Ontario, altimeter 3014. Advise you have weather for Ontario on approach request.
So let's listen to the John Wayne ATIS while we're doing this.
Transponder with mode C on all taxiways and runways. Advise on initial contact you have Victor.
Victor?
John Wayne Airport information Victor. 0353 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 10.
Paradise at
7,500 scattered.
26 left approach.
Temperature 15. Dew point 6. Altimeter 3014. Visual approach runway 20 left, 20 right, in use. Departing runway 20 left, 20 right. Use caution for bird act.
Tango, contact Los Angeles Center 135.5.
135.5 through Victor Tango.
Approaching altitude.
Los Angeles Center, November 143 Victor Tango, flight level 215, OC1.
Eclipse 143 Victor Tango, Los Angeles Center, Los Angeles altimeter 3014.
3014 through Victor Tango. Okay, I just came out of, I got into altitude hold mode there for a second, which is not what I wanted to do. Got a little behind it, but just dropped it back into 17,000 at Crayon and then 14,000 at SIP. So there's Crayon. SIP is going to be up there, so we'll just go ahead and drop it right into 14,000 right now. And that will take us all the way down to Tandy. So for the most part, got ourselves down with all of the correct bits without hitting any of the required minimums, without doing steps all the way down, which I think is pretty darn good. And yeah, next step we're going to be descending at or below 9,000 after. Yeah, so the next step, really, as we read this, we cross Tandy at 13,000, and then everything else is at or below all the way down to 5,000. So our real path is that we want to begin our descent down, make sure we're below 9, below 7, but really we're really tracking to 5, towards 5. That's our goal, towards 5,000 at LAX BB. 3014. And let's get some comms up. So 20 right is 126.8. 1268. And 1268 ground is going to be 120.8. Because we're going to park on the west side. So we're going to try to take the high speed at hotel. That's our plan, and we're going to hold short of 20 left on our way down. So we're headed for SIP, and then Tandy is next after that. So let's go ahead and just plug in 13,000, because I know we're going to cross Tandy at or above where we want to be. So we should level off just before we get to Tandy. Pretty cool little approach. It keeps you busy paying attention to all this stuff. But while we have a moment, we are out over the ocean right now, so land is going to be back of that away as we start to come in through these clouds. Come in out over the ocean and then make a left-hand turn back in.
39921 Los Angeles Center.
Back into John Wayne.
Aeronator 21, your radar contact 4 miles south of Grand Canyon, VOR, Canyon altimeter 3027. Climb and maintain 10,000. Air Mexico 484, contact Los Angeles Center 126.35.
Okay, so there's Tandy. There's our bar. We'll reach 13,000 and level off. Cross Tandy at 13,000. Once we cross Tandy, we can begin our descent. And yeah, we can, as long as we get below 9,000 at stiff, we should be good.
Air Mexico 484, Los Angeles Center. Thank you, Los Angeles altimeter 3014.
So let's see where we are when we actually hit our level off procedure here. How many miles away? I'm gonna guess 6 miles. 6 miles away when we level off. And it's gonna be 6.5, maybe 6.5 miles. 6.4, 6.3, 6 miles. Yeah, pretty close. Pretty darn close. So now we're actually gaining some speed back, which is fine. 210 knots. Now that we've leveled out. And so our next descent is 9,000 feet. I want to make sure that that's going to get us down once we cross Tandy. It's going to get us down before stiff.
Contact SoCal Bridge 127.4.
127.4, 3 Victor Tango. Alright, so we're just going to cross Tandy here.
220, Las Vegas departure. Maintain appropriate view for altitudes, Las Vegas altimeter 3019er.
SoCal approach, November 143, Victor Tango, OC1. We have Victor, and we'd like to request vectors for the visual for 20 right, 3 Tango.
Eclipse 3 Victor Tango, you're still with Los Angeles Center. You're looking for SoCal on 127.4.
We are, in fact. Try it again, 3 Victor Tango.
Skyhook 181 inbound, localizer contact Ontario Tower 120.6.
So this is not going to drop us down quite far enough. SoCal approach, November 143, Victor Tango, OC1. We have Victor, and we'd like to request visual to 20 right.
Eclipse 143, Victor Tango, SoCal approach, Catalina, altimeter 3014, fly heading 070, descend and maintain 5,000. Vector visual approach, runway 20 right.
070, down to 5,000, 3 Victor Tango.
Air Mexico 484, contact SoCal approach 132.
Okay, coming off. 5,000. Descending to 5,000. We're off there.
SoCal approach 132.37. 3237.
You know, I am definitely rusty. I'm making all kinds of mistakes tonight. So I'm definitely rusty. It's late. It's 11:30 here on the East Coast. And so Yeah, I'm definitely making mistakes. There's no question about it. But we're in heading mode 070. We're on the vector or on off of her things.
484, SoCal approach Los Angeles, altimeter 3014. Cleared ILS runway 25 left approach.
So I think, you know, it's kind of interesting, right? I mean, we just don't, like, I don't do this all the time, right?
Aerobask 484 should have asked. Sorry, cleared ILS runway 24 left approach. Correction. Cleared ILS runway 24 right approach.
So yeah, I'm definitely tired at 11:30 at night. I've been working all day. It's funny, you think about it, and if you're gonna go fly in real life,
Janet 220.
how tired are you and all of that stuff, right? You know what I mean? You got to think about this stuff, at least in my opinion. Yeah, she's basically got me direct SNA right now. So, she took me off the arrival, brought me direct SNA. I asked for the visual, so I suppose that's what I'm going to get. Still doing 210 knots. I probably should actually slow that down to 200 knots. There's probably a Bravo around here somewhere.
3909 frequency change approved. Or actually, just let me know when you're back, sorry. No problem.
Here's our broken layer. Not very broken if you ask me, but here's our broken layer at 7,000. I'm curious if I'm going to look at my moving map right now. I'm just curious where I'm at and where the Bravo is for Los Angeles. It's probably north of here a little bit. Too much crap on the screen. Can't even see it. Yeah, so I'm actually inside the Bravo right now. So yeah, that's correct. I should absolutely slow down to 200 knots. So good choice on my part. As we drop in through the Bravo.
Approaching
Equals 3 Victor Tango, contact SoCal approach 128.1.
128.1, 3 Victor Tango. 281. SoCal approach, November 143 Victor Tango, 070 and 5,300.
Equals 143 Victor Tango, SoCal approach, drawing altimeter 3014.
3014, 3 Victor Tango.
Eclipse 3 Victor Tango, turn right heading 080.
Turn right 080, 3 Victor Tango. And she's got me avoiding that traffic right there.
220, I didn't tell you, but leaving Bravo airspace.
So she's got me avoiding that traffic, I bet. So she's keeping separation between us on that traffic. We got some weird clouds here. It's did say I'm confused. Why are there clouds at 5,000 feet here? Scattered at 070, 075. Come on now. There we go. I got that breakout moment when the clouds part and everything looks great. Ooh. Come on, frames. Come on, frames. There we go. Whew, boy. Yeah, you know what? You're not wrong, Chili. That's a very good point. I probably should fix that. Thank you. That's what happens when you do things after streams. You don't think. All right, so we're at 5,200 knots. How far are we from John Wayne here? 20 miles. All right, probably should slow down to 150 at this point. Start slowing ourselves down. Let's go ahead and get landing lights on, all that fun stuff. Dropping our speed down to 150 as we come into the 10-mile range. I do have the plane turned down somewhat, yes. It is pretty darn loud. Is it too quiet? Bring the engine sounds up just a little bit. They blow out they blow out my eardrums if I didn't. Should be able to hear the engines now. It's sort of intended to be background noise, so I don't want it so loud that people are hearing it and being annoyed by the engine sounds, right? But you should be able to hear them at this point.
Saratoga 902-1, thank you. Guard 3 Victor Tango, John Wayne Airport is 12 o'clock, and, well, it's actually slightly readier, 12 o'clock and 12 miles. Report in sight.
We'll report it in sight. We got a little bit of haze. 3 Victor Tango.
Close 3 Victor Tango, gauge a little lower, descending between 3,000.
Down to 3,000, 3 Victor Tango.
Aeromexico 484, contact SoCal approach 124.9.
I don't think that's going to help. I think this is the we are whatever we are haze. But yeah. I think this is just I think that's the field right there. But yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure that that's the Zeppelin hangars and stuff, right, Greg?
Aeromexico 484, circle approach Los Angeles, altimeter 3014. And at Jetsa, contact tower 133.9. Have a great night.
That's a different airport? Well, where the hell is it? Is that it right there? Is that it over there on the left? Yeah, that's it. SoCal approach, November 143 Victor Tango. We have the airport in sight.
Eclipse 3 Victor Tango, thank you. Clear Victor approach runway 20 right, contact John Wayne Tower 126.8.
Tower on 126.8 and cleared visual approach 20 right, 3 Victor Tango. Okay, so let's keep our speed down. We're gonna bring ourselves out a little bit because I can't make that approach. From this, it's just a terrible angle. John Wayne Tower, November 143, Victor Tango 20, visual 20 right.
November 143 Victor Tango, John Wayne Tower, good evening. The wind is calm. Runway 20 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, 20 right, and good evening to you, sir.
How you doing?
Rusty.
Excellent.
Alright, so I'm going to track outbound here a little bit, and then make a right-hand turn back into the airport. And field elevation is 42 feet, so we got some stuff that we can do. So there's the field right over there. Just try to set myself up on a good approach. Brad M, hey, thanks for the host. 32 viewers, man. You're catching us just in time for a approach into John Wayne. Welcome. We're going to be checking out some of Gulf Papa Bravo 500's scenery here in just a second. So everybody, welcome. And I'm going to start to slow this thing down. Let's get the gear out. We're on the base leg. You can see the airport right over there. Really need to pull the speed back. Fake news. Hey, Tim, Captain Kurt, how you guys doing? Welcome to the stream. Keep ourselves coordinated. Descending right-hand turn. We're at idle. Gears out. Right now, we're going to be fast as all get out. Keep bringing it around. Woo, we're going to be high and fast right now.
LA Tower, Mexico 44, ILS 24 right.
High and fast.
Mexico 44, LA Tower, good evening.
This is John Wayne.
Right, clear to land.
And yes, we are absolutely on Pilot Edge.
Mexico 44, thank you.
500. 400.
Good thing this is a long runway.
300. 200.
Cut that glide slope.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
And touchdown. There we go. So we missed the high speed. Go ahead and throw on some brakes. It's not what I would call it, but okay. We'll come off at Echo here and make a left-hand turn at Echo. Yeah, we were high and fast that whole time. Alright, we'll pull up and stop, kill the landing lights. Or leave the taxi lights on. Navs and strobe can come off. And John Wayne Tower, November 143 Victor Tango, clear of 20 right, taxiing to Signature, and we weren't high and fast or anything. We meant to come all the way down here to Echo.
143 Victor Tango, I didn't even notice. Taxi the ramp via Alpha, remain this frequency. Have a good night.
Alpha this frequency, great night. He noticed. He noticed for sure. Alright, so we'll go back and do the replay of that. It was... I probably should have taken us further out. Oh, signature's gone. Oh man, I didn't know that. But we're gonna do a quick look around the airport here, and then we'll go back and review that landing, take a look at it, a couple of different angles. So we'll go up this way, and there's supposed to be a ramp over here somewhere. Yeah, Tim, I see that now, and there it is right there. Well, I will tell you that this scenery, Tim, does not. There's the ACI jet right there. Look at that. Snazzy. We'll come over here and park this thing up over here somewhere. Yeah. I'm just
44. Your next left is Alpha. Alpha cross runway 24 left. And do you have a gate, or where do you enter the ramp tonight?
I just acknowledging that it's good. It is.
Sorry, it was terminal what, sorry?
So what we're going to do is actually go take a look at it, because I actually haven't seen this yet.
Mexico 4,
so,
Roger, once you cross the left side, turn left.
As we stated, here's the ACI jet.
We'll see you later.
A little what face?
Cross 24 left on Echo, Texas.
Man, that's a beautiful building right there. So we got all the south hangars all the way down here. And GPB, feel free to throw out any of that history that you have for John Wayne that you learned. There's Atlantic down there. Okay. So we did have a choice of Atlantic. I didn't actually know Atlantic was there. I've always parked at what I thought was Signature at the time.
Lindbergh ground, SkyWest 4670 short of Bravo, ready for taxi, and we have information Bravo.
Got all the food, the Sky Chef trucks over here.
SkyWest 4670 Lindbergh ground, runway 27.
Nice, man.
Taxi via Bravo.
Little Cessna Center.
27 via Bravo, SkyWest 4670.
Cessna authorized service. There you go. Cool. This is neat. Really great looking. Got some private helicopter landing just off the airport. I bet that makes things interesting, right? Yeah, this looks great. Lion Air Museum. So in the scenery, you could actually land there if you wanted to, huh? Nice. I don't know how to fly a helicopter, but so for those of you who do, you have a new challenge. More of the ACI jet on the east side, or on the west side rather. We parked east side, but on the west side there, and then of course the piece de resistance. Hey, Greg, I'm just curious. Can you can we see Goldsy in there? If I zoom in really close, can I see Goldsy in the tower? Is there a bald man in the tower? And if not, that seems like it would be a project. Nice fire department. Always good to know where those guys are. Fuel tanks. Man, this is beautiful, and I love this. It's all really well done. What? And then of course we'll slide over to the right here, and then we'll turn around. What, Brad? Bald men of the world unite. And of course the terminals. Terminals here at John Wayne. I've been in these terminals many, many times. They are there's not a lot of them, and it's a pretty quick airport in and out. Check the night lighting? Alright, let's check the night lighting. We'll advance time here. There we go. It's nighttime. Very nice. Looking good. Did you place all the taxiway lights individually on this one too? Oh, that's really cool. Gotta love all the high intensity lights and stuff. Of course, my lights are still on. I left my lights on. Yeah, individually placed lights, folks. How many scenery designers do that for you? That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. All right, so let's do this. We'll bring the light back up just a little bit. Bring the lights back up just a little bit. There we go. Just so that we can see something. Let's go ahead and disconnect from Pilot Edge. And let's go ahead and go watch the replay. So toggle replay.